Hold on, my people. Come in, come in, come in. And as you guys are coming in, please don't forget to thumbs up the live. We are live, my people. Oh. We are live, we are live, we are live. We are live, we are live. Okay, let me double check. Yes. As you guys are coming in, please don't forget to thumbs up the live. We're gonna wait a second and then we're gonna get immediately into this topic I wanted to talk about, because as the most of you guys know already, Flavor, the sister-in-law of Madame Q over there, got divorced. So let's get into that. Hope you guys can hear me good. I'm sitting a little bit further from the
Looking for a new TV?
hold on, don't push it. But before we get started, welcome everybody inside the bushes and outside the bushes. Thank you so much for the thumbs up already. Let's get into this.
When is a poll?
Hold on. Hold on. Let me check something. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Hold on. How are you guys doing? Welcome everybody. Okay, here we go. Last song. Let everybody come in. Natasha, welcome.
I'm a active 247 in my life. I'm a active 247. Easy boy. I'm a you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I get the calendar, I just have to see just for the ifama. Tell me why I don't go come back and come back. Come back and come
Welcome everybody. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. Yes, we're about to start. We're gonna go immediately into the commentary. Immediately. Yes, my people. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome to another reporting, commentary, reviewing, whatever you want to call it here on Sylismukbang. Yeah, the reporter. Don't push it, everybody. I'm telling you, people. Yes, there's a lot going on. Ahora room shaker. Welcome, welcome also. And everybody inside the bushes and outside the bushes, please don't forget to thumbs up the live as you guys are coming in. I'm really doing my best to try to keep this live as short as possible. Don't push it, everybody. So we are going to go immediately into the commentary now. A lot of people know already by now, and for the people who does not know, flavor, yeah, the sister-in-law of Eat with Q, Eat with No Clue, yeah, got divorced. Now, this particular divorce got me a little bit, shaked up. And not shaked up in my own marriage, absolutely not. But in the sense of why? I was asking myself, what have happened? What have happened that make they got divorced? Because thank you, shout out to True Hurts for the deeper clarification of it all. Because I have said, I think, okay, they were married or they were together for 2 years and all of that. But if you're going to really count it and all of that and be a little bit more specific, she said that, they divorced last year, September. Yeah, and last year was 2023. Now, the last picture I took when Eat With Q was supposedly at the marriage was around 2022 in June. Maybe she have posted later on or, the same day. I don't know. But it's around that time. So if you count it, True have counted live, yesterday and all of that while she was doing the commentary also about, Eat With Q and Flavor, the sister-in-law of Eat With Q and all of that. She counted 1 year and 2 months. And I was in a shock of the dark. I couldn't stop thinking about that. Because I was like, this is not something very common in the Nigerian community. This is not something very common, in the Nigerian, as I know, I never have seen this before. It's not something very common. Now, I was talking about this with, my family members and all of that, and I got even some clarification on some more things also. And I was like, oh my God, because this is definitely something not common, but this is something that happened. And the consequences for this, if it happened, I'm going to tell you guys what the consequences are. Hold on, people. I'm going to tell you guys. Sorry for the noise in the background and all of that, but there's some people bicycling and, roller skating and all of that. Surf, I don't know what you call those things. But anyway, around this area. Very peaceful area, very nice area, I have to say. And we are in a secret location, of course, again. Yeah, because people want to know my life. You understand what I mean? And I have to agree with Flavor. This channel is not a family channel. What do you want to know? This is a reporter channel. We talk about the shakara of the mukbangers. I mean, if you don't put your shakara on the YouTube, I cannot talk about it. It's very simple. Yeah, this channel is about the shakara that the YouTubers, and especially the mukbang community and other, sector, when they put a shakara here on YouTube, Sylismukbang, if I feel it in my JJ, in my JJ means spirit, if I feel it in my JJ, in my spirit, I will talk about it. You understand? Let me see if the chat have frozen, because my chat sometimes just froze. Okay, no, it didn't frozen. So you understand what I mean? If I feel in my spirit to talk about it, I will talk about it. Just don't put your shakara out here on this YouTube street. I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, so apparently what I understood about Nigerian culture also yesterday is that there was a bride price that had been paid. So apparently the bride price that had been paid to the mother, father, or family of Flavor has to be paid back to the ex-husband. Ahora Leticia Wooding, welcome, welcome. So the bride price, because when Nigerians get married, especially, when the women get married, the man has to pay a bride price. Now the bride price, what I hear sometimes is money, sometimes it can be chicken, it can be cows, whatever. I don't know. They will buy, expensive watches or some clothing. They will bring a bride price. Sometimes, most of the times, I think it's money that they will give. It's just a traditional thing. But as I was talking to this person that, has a lot of knowledge about Nigerian culture, this person was telling me, because I was saying, listen, normally, if there is any shakara in a marriage, let me tell you, the uncle, the auntie, all the family, especially the older ones, the grandmother, all the family, they will pull all of them out to come to talk to the couple. The pastor where they got married will also come and talk to the couple. They don't take divorce or separation as an option very quickly. I'm telling you, Leah, they will pay with gold, yes, with all of those things. So I was like, but how they could have divorced in 1 year and 2 months? Didn't they have some counseling of, the pastor of the church, or even their parents, their father, anybody, to talk to them to resolve whatever have happened? Maybe. Or maybe not. Something must have happened. Otherwise, they would have separated. So then this person told me that, yeah, they can separate it, but as long, listen, people, as long they don't pay the bride price back to the ex-husband now of Flavor, that means that she's still married. It will not end till Flavor's family pays Steven. Let's people. Steven is the ex of Flavor, yeah. So they need to pay Steven back the money that they, that Steven have paid Flavor's family. Ahora true. Welcome, welcome. True. So I was like, oh my God. So you need to tell me that as long, this person told me no, as long they don't pay the husband the money back or the bride price, whatever the bride price was, as long they don't pay the bride price back, she's still married. She's still officially married, but I think under the culture way. I was like, oh my God, but she said that she's officially single, she's officially divorced and all of that. So maybe they have paid, Stephen his money back. You understand? So then I remember I was thinking about it. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Because I was looking at Flavor, Flavor, and her channel name is Flavor Lifestyle. Favor Lifestyle, that is her channel. I do remember, and I bumped myself also in that live that they had, and they were talking about marriage, they were talking about life, they were talking about relationship. And I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Let me go and listen to what they had to say at that time. Because at that time, this video, this live they did, and also Eat with Q also was on the panel. Yeah. It was like a year ago. Hold on, people. It was like a year ago. So we're going to review it. I'm going to skip a little bit through it, guys, because there's some part that's not very interesting. I have listened to it, and just to refresh, because it's 1 year, and I'm skipping right now. You guys can go to Flavor Lifestyle, and the live name is Must Watch Love, Life, Relationship, and Marriage. That was the topic that they were talking about. Now, there was a person that have jumped on the panel, guys, and this person talks about the dating app that I was talking to you guys about. Yes, guys. So when you go to the dating app, like she have make like commercial, she's like promoting this dating app too. I think the husband, no, I think this is what I don't remember it good, but I think the family of Flavor need to accept the amount, so that the husband comes and pay an amount. If the family of the girl doesn't accept it, then the man has to continue brighting. You understand? Till they feel like this is enough. If the family, if you pay, if the family, if Flavor ex-husband pay like $500, and then the family say no, we don't accept 500, then the husband need to continue, put money on the table. So then the family of Flavor gonna say, okay, this amount, we accept this amount. I think the family of the woman has to accept the briding price that the so gonna be husband, I hope I'm explaining it good, is bringing. And if they accept it, then the bride price is enough. You understand? So it will be different for everybody. The bride price for everybody is different. You understand? Because sometimes, some of them, they will come and give good money on the table. So then it will be enough. But I think it was something like that. I don't remember it. So coming back on the dating app, the so-called dating app that I put some flowers. Hey, you want to? Why you don't want to stay? Okay. Oh, let the wind move a little bit. Sounds like a male under bride. Okay, thank you, Leah. Okay, thank you. I don't know. I wanted to say welcome, by the way. I don't know what you mean with that. Sounds like a male under bride. Ahora, Reggie, welcome. So, okay, coming back to the dating app. So this person was also on the panel, and this person was promoting the dating app. And Fayvoor was also promoting this dating app. If you guys go under this video, this live that they had, she's promoting it. She say, are you single and ready to settle down? Contact Heart Furious Match. And then you have the www.heartfurious.com. That is the name of that dating app that I was talking to you guys about. That was the dating app, guys, that got shut down. And that Steven, her ex, is the CEO of it. Because I have a picture of that too, guys. That, Steven was, putting down his name. That he was so-called the CEO of it. Ooh, okay. No, I don't think it's like that. I think it's more a traditional thing. That's what I think it's more. It's not, I don't think it's something like you pick out of a catalog and all of that. Let me check the picture. Waity. Okay, that picture, I have it. Okay, that picture that I have of the, oh, no. Yes. Okay, founder. He's the founder. He is the founder of the Heart Fairies dating app. So I say CEO, but here it says founder with his picture and his name and all of it. He said that he is the founder of this. Okay, Jusikem, just an example. Yeah, okay. So he said that he's the founder of this dating app. So you guys are going to also hear they talking about this dating app, guys. And you guys are also going to hear Flavor talking about this dating app. And I don't know who the person was that was on. Hold on. I don't know who the person was that was on the panel with them, because I don't think it was the ex-husband of Flavor. I think it was somebody else, maybe somebody else that also worked with them and all of that in this dating app situation. But let's get into it. I skipped it to 9 minutes. And there are some other people on the panel. I don't know exactly who they are. I think I know one of them, but they don't have nothing to do with this commentary of mine. I just want to listen to their opinion 1 year ago and let you guys hear how they were talking about their marriage and their giving advice and all of that. Here we go.
Good relationships, because obviously everything is not about marriage, right? So some people have been successful in different areas of this topic. So generally, we're talking about life, relationship, love, and marriage. So I don't want to talk about marriage. I'm a newly married person, so I'm not experienced in that sector yet. I'm a baby, still learning. We don't stop learning. I'm sure it's an institution that you never graduate from. So we keep learning. You learn in it. That's what I feel.
Do you guys hear it good? Do you guys hear it good? Let me know, please.
In marriage, you learn in it. There's no like actual manual to marriage, because I feel like you're married to different people. So your experience in your marriage might be different from me, because I'm married to a different person with a different personality. So you learn in the marriage. So for now, I don't have a lot to say about marriage. So I can talk about love because I'm a lover girl. I'm sucker for love. I love love. So I can talk about love, life, relationship. Yeah. So if you have questions, you can throw them in. At Ferris is here.
So she called herself, she's a sucker for love. She love and all of that. She also compare herself with Eat With Q, because she say Eat With Q is also a sucker for love and this and this and that and all of that. Girl,
talk about at Ferris. Then he was saying some things in the comment section. Because at Ferris, can you maybe say the things you were saying earlier? Because some people just joined.
so Heart Fairy is gonna talk right now. Heart Fairy is the name of the dating app, guys. The dating app that so-called the founder of it is Steven. Now, on the panel, you can see 3 ladies, their face. You can see Flavor and 2 other ladies. But the one of Heart Fairy, because Flavor say Heart Fairy, Flavor doesn't say any other name. Flavor doesn't say any other name of the person. Flavor called this person that is on the panel the name of the dating app. And now the person is going to promote. Now, I think, suspicion that it is the husband at that time talking. Or it is somebody else. I don't know.
I was actually, thank you for that. I was just referring to or answering the question that I was posed in the chat, and that's just basically about if you've been hurt before, can you trust the man? I was just basically trying to say forgiving someone can be hard, but again, it's always good to try to give that a consideration, because the focus is peace and joy. Regardless of what we try to do, we're all in a race where we're all trying to find the right person, to find peace. And according to what Michelle said, I really like that. You have to have the guidance of the Holy Spirit to find the right person. Regardless of what we do, even if you don't believe in God, we still have that notion that I'm trying to find the right person for me. When you eventually do that, you give your time, your effort, they hurt you, they're broken that trust, right? But that's not the end of the game. That's not the end of the race. Again, try to give it a chance, pray about it. Communication is one of the key aspects to resolve any conflict or any difficulties that you might have in a relationship or friendship. When you communicate, you both are on the same page, you can resolve whatever issue you have, and that can really help to go a long way. Now, trusting somebody can be very difficult even when you just meet them. But over the course of time, you can build that trust, even when the trust is broken. But again, let's always try to keep that in mind, that having peace of mind is the ultimate.
Natasha. Natasha. Jesus. Natasha. Lord have mercy. Natasha. Lord have mercy. Well, allegedly, I don't know, but there is a possibility. I'm telling you. That was a very good observation, Natasha. You know, we say in Holland, pet you off for you. I take my cap off for you for that. Ahora Ibruki, welcome.
Peace of mind is the ultimate goal. You don't want to be in an apartment or under a shelter with the same person where you cannot have peace.
Yeah.
It just really, really breaks you into different pieces, and no one wants that. So again, let's all believe in love. It's not easy because some people say, you know what, I don't think I ever want to get married again. I don't think I ever want to find love. But that's not true. We know that. Think about the time when you're all by yourself and you're craving for a companion. So forgiving and having trust again is actually possible.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So you want to?
Yeah, that that is what it even looks like, even, you know. But I don't know. I'm still doubting in that part, but it is definitely a possibility. But I mean, if he wanted to do that, why spend and have such an expensive wedding yourself? You understand? But yeah, you never know. So guys, that was the part that the so-called heart fairy person of the dating app came and was promoting. Also, let me let him finish. I think he's still promoting.
Thank you so much. So you want to tell us about Heart Fairies before you
Okay,
go
now
down?
he's promoting Heart Fairy.
Yeah, so before I go, welcome everyone. Heart Fairies, I'm so glad to have this chance to introduce Heart Fairies to everyone. Heart Fairies is a platform that was designed to really help people who have actually looking for the same thing. And the reason why I call it Heart Fairies is because we all have heart desires. We all
Okay,
want
Ibru.
something. And fairies are like supernatural beings where they align with what you also align with. If you want something good, they want something good. If you want a beautiful color, they want a beautiful color. So we came about Heart Fairies because we want to give people a chance who truly want to find love and get married. So the goal is to open up a platform where I'm trying to right now to connect a lot of people in the United States. I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm also Nigerian. And I'm trying to connect people who want to find true love and eventually get married. Those are the
Okay, did you guys hear it? He's in Dallas, Texas. He is in Nigeria himself, and he is looking for people in America to connect to other Nigerian people, men or women.
for a Nigerian man and a Nigerian woman.
To join in.
We can happily try to connect you. We already have our website. It's out there, it's running, it's working, it's totally free. When you join, you get a free 3-day trial to try our platform so you can connect with whoever you're looking for. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell those uncles and sisters and aunties that are single who are looking for someone to join the platform, and they'll be more than happy that they did. So you're all welcome to Heart Fairies. Go ahead and sign up. I will post the link there. I'll be in the chat if you have any questions. All right, so if anyone has a question for me for Heart Fairies, how to join, how to sign up, feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to share all that details. I can step down so that other people can join and have a great conversation with Fayvoor.
Okay, so I think.
So did you guys hear that? That was the promoter, and he didn't show his face. He didn't give his name. He was called the name of the website, the name of the dating app. Oh, Natasha. Oh, that is definitely a possibility. Definitely. I will not be in shock about that. Definitely. But so that was already, when I was hearing this today, I was like, wow. Because I didn't catch it the first time I hear it, you know, and that is a year ago. But this person that was talking could have been, I say could have, I'm not saying that it is, but it could have been Flavor husband promoting the dating app that got shut down, because no matter how you type it in, you cannot get it. It's just like it's out of service. You understand? So guys, then Madame Eat with Q herself jump on the panel. So let's go to that part immediately. Let's go to that part. Hold on, people. Hold on. Ooh. Hold on, it's coming. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. It's warm, a little bit windy, but I'm on the water side, of course. So hope you guys can hear good. Here we go.
Oh, my love.
Okay, and also by this time, Eat with Q was on the panel. She was in Nigeria, guys. Yeah, she was in Nigeria. Keep in mind.
Same thing with me. Like, I never ever thought of closing the door to love. In the past, I've had relationships that didn't go well, right? It was enough for me to say I'm not interested in love no more. But even my friends, they will be like, how do you do it? Like, you don't even say, even for once have I said I'm not interested in love no more. I'm always open to love. Q squads are here. Okay. Queen is here. The squads are here.
So the thing is that Eat with Q was throwing kisses. So Flavor was talking. She was not putting any attention in Flavor because her supporters, like Flavor is saying, her supporters is here. So she was giving all the attention to the supporters, guys. So yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome from Q's live. So,
hi you guys.
I've never for once closed the door to love, and at the end of the day, God compensated me with love, genuine love. Do you know? So I believe that.
So Flavor is saying right now that God have compensated her with a genuine love. So that is that is how she's talking about the man that she was married for 1 year, people, and 2 months. This is how she talk about. So you guys already know in the beginning everything is sweet. Everything is sweet in the beginning, and as you guys already know, as you develop, it's the sweetness will go away. I'm telling you, people, the sweetness will go away. Let me tell you, the reality will check in very quick. But what was so bad that they could not even go to a consulate or somebody have talked to them to help their marriage. I'm still like, hold on, because Nigerian people are not like to get divorced that quick. I'm telling you, the mother will jump in, the father will jump in, everybody will jump in to come and talk about it. Let me put my jacket on because it's starting to get a little bit fresher, but I don't know. Oh. Let me see. Ooh. Start calling my back. Thank you. Hold on, let me read this. Oh, did you took it away, Leah? Oh, I was just reading it. Okay, let me continue then.
With love, genuine love. Do you know? So I believe that if you open your heart to love, it will definitely come. The right one will come at the right time. Sometimes it doesn't work with somebody, doesn't really make them a bad person. They were not just good for you. That's what I believe. I believe they were not just good for you, they were not for you. That's why it didn't go. Somebody can be perfect. A bad person to you can be perfect for another person. Right? So it didn't work with the person, you and the person. It can work perfectly well with the next person. So don't close your heart to love, no matter how much you've been hurt. Some people have been hurt severally and just say they're not more interested in love. And love is beautiful. Trust me, love is beautiful if you're with the right person. If you're with the person that compliments you, love is beautiful. Right. Yeah. So there's no perfect person. We're not perfect. You are not perfect. The next person is not perfect. So it's just two imperfect people coming together to create something perfect. It doesn't make them perfect. They are not perfect. But what they share is perfect. That is what is important. So please If you're here, you're watching this, don't close your heart to love. Please. Love it. You just need to believe in it, be ready for it, and also know how to identify it when it's happening. Yes. I feel you will know when the right love comes to you. Q is here, Q the queen of love.
Everyone.
Q the queen of love.
So Flavor is calling Eat with Q the queen of love. I'm sorry, but that was funny, The queen of love. The queen of love. That is what Flavor is calling. Well, that's definitely Flavor. That's definitely your opinion.
Hi. Hi, everybody. You guys, I haven't had anything to eat today, so you guys might get lucky, and I'm going to be eating on the live, if that's okay with me.
What do you
I'm
want to eat?
hungry.
What do you want to eat?
I don't know. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I'm so hungry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So I'll probably get off and then come back and get something to eat for everybody because I'm pretty sure they'll enjoy that. But yeah, thank you so much for having me, you guys. Welcome to the live. We're talking about love, life, relationship, and marriage with Faye. Make sure you guys subscribe to my beautiful. Tell them where your channel, sweetie, so they can go subscribe.
My channel is Fayvoor Lifestyle. Fayvoor Lifestyle. There's no underscore. Just the same spelling here. Fayvoor Lifestyle.
I'm sorry, I didn't get this other beautiful queen that is on the live. I didn't get your name.
Wait, my name is Cece.
Cece?
I am
Cece World.
I'll make sure you go and check out the inbox. I DM'd
You
you.
DM'd me. Okay.
So
Okay, definitely.
it's like 8 o'clock in Hawaii. So are you actually going to do that to eating a mukbang? I'm going to get it.
It is 7:23 here. I haven't had anything to eat p.m. I'm hungry. So yes, if I can grab something to eat within the next 5 to 10 minutes, I will jump right back on here. And if y'all don't mind, I will be smacking, burping, and all that.
No problem. If by the time you get your food, we're no more here, you can come live on your Instagram.
Okay.
We'll all be there with you. I think we'd love to have you on your Instagram. I'm sure your people are waiting.
I'll add you back on that, and we can have a really good.
Yeah.
This is your show. I'm just a guest. But I want to answer some juicy questions. Can we answer some juicy questions?
Yeah, that's why we brought you up here to answer some questions, because I know you as, cute. We are alike in some areas, especially when it comes to love. You're a sucker for love, and I am a sucker for love. I don't joke with love. No matter what happens, love is still a priority to me. So you love love. So that's why, that's why I was happy when you said wanted to come up. Just in case you have some things to say, guys. If you have any questions, throw it out. Q is ready to answer it before she goes up. She's hungry.
Down and get in the chat so you and Q can ask questions.
Okay.
No.
Okay. How do I close this?
Yes, guys. So then the other lady dropped down. I can handle the truth. Welcome. So then the lady dropped down. So we continue.
I haven't been live in so long, girl. It's like, oh my gosh. Hi, everybody.
You
It's like
went to church today, right?
I did go to church today. Yes, I did. It was wonderful. I'm so glad that I went. I have a baby in the background, you guys, so don't worry if you guys hear the baby. He's so sweet, my little nephew. He's so cute, Bobo. Bobo's here. Yeah. So yes.
So this is so funny because this Bobo little nephew making all those noise. As soon as Chelsea's children make noise, you already know she will be screaming. She will be screaming at the children to be quiet, to stop it. She will bribe them, with food and all of those things. This woman is something else, eh? I'm just saying. Ahora, Gabe, welcome.
I'm definitely a sucker for love, a hopeless romantic. I am so romantic. I'm the type of person that just, I will romance my partner the way I would want to be romanced. And I just feel like sometimes when you're in a relationship, because I know a lot of people, they might complain that they're not getting certain things in a relationship. And for me, how I am in my relationship is, if my partner is not necessarily getting a clue, I will kind of like take him by the hand and show him, kind of like romance him the way I would want to be romanced. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like.
So what do you guys feel about that? That if you get married with, somebody, that you will try to change that person and mold that person and instruct that person the way you want that person to treat you or to be in your life. How do you guys feel about that? Because I'm going to tell you guys, this is my opinion, because, who is he? I don't know who CS was talking to. So I took it out. Very simple. I don't need to even go into it. I don't even have to respond. Some comments, just take it out and we continue with our show. I don't need to go into any comments that I don't feel like it's, applied to me. So I took it out and we continue. And that counts for anybody that wants to come in my chat and write, how they feel. If I don't feel it, then I take it out and then we continue with the show. Those small things can never distract me. So I want to ask everybody also in the chat, don't be distracted about those things, please. Yes, don't be distracted. So like I was saying, how do you guys feel about, I deleted it, so I don't see it. Maybe you see it, but I deleted it already. So like I was saying, how do you guys feel about that? Because in my opinion, I feel like that when you meet somebody and you're going to meet this person the way he is, and with time you're going to see also that he has different characters. So in the beginning, they will never show you exactly who they are. It's very, very rare that you meet somebody and after 5 or 4 years, they're still the same. It's very rare. But hold on, my people. But the thing is that when you try to change a person, this person is going to be totally something else. He's not going to be himself. So after you try to change this person into how do you want him to eat, how do you want him to walk, how do you want him to behave, and all of that, there comes a time that the person that he is will try to push out and come, as he is. So for my advice is that you will never try to change your partner or your girlfriend. Let us say partner then, in general. This is in general. Why? Because there will come a point, that this person will come out exactly who he is. If you want to love your partner and you want to stay very long with your partner, and if I can say it because I'm almost 15 years together with my person, and we have 3 wonderful children. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit my input in how they talk about relationship and all of that. Because I don't agree with everything they were saying. You understand? So I'm just giving you guys my observation. And this is a little bit more, like for the people that is in a relationship or wants to go in a relationship and all of that. Because it is very particular that the people that is giving advice, are the one that, get divorced in 1 year and 2 months. Are the people that, haven't really lived are not very long. They are not very long in a relationship. And I feel like for you to have an opinion or, have a really good indication of relationship and all of that, it's all about the experience. 2 months, 1 year, 2 year, you can never build an experience because you're just starting in a relationship. You're just starting a marriage. You're just in a marriage. You understand? You can give your opinion, you can give your advice, but when you are longer in a marriage or you in a relationship, I feel like that is those are the best advice. Those are the people that can give you a better advice. Like your grandmother or your grandfather, some of them have been like 20 years, 40 years, 50 years together. And a lot of people go to them and ask them for relationship and marriage advice. Why? Because they are very long together. You understand? It's not a new couple of 1 year or 2 year situation. So even me, that is, we're almost 15 years together right now. And in that 15 years, we are 7 years marriage. I can tell you right now that changing your husband and trying to mold your husband in what you want him to be, I will not advise you to do that. Exactly, Leah. You will not try to do that. That is my advice and my opinion. Don't try to do that. Because there comes a point in life that they will change back to who they really are. And you will be disappointed. You will be very disappointed. So, if you fall in love or you want to be with somebody for the long term and all of that, you need to love and like the person exactly who they are, with their bad points and with their good points. Let's continue.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good thing to do. Now, some people, and for me, how I am in my relationship is, if my partner is not necessarily getting a clue, I will kind of like take him by the hand and show him, kind of like romance him the way I would want to be romanced. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like that's...
So this is the thing. You're going to teach your husband or your wife, this is how I want to be romanced. Something has to come from themselves, because today you teach them how you want to be romanced. Are you going to continue teaching them? It's not something from them. You understand what I mean? If it's something that they do by themselves, that is something that will continue happen. But if it's something you need to teach them, it will come a point that they will stop doing it. And then you need to teach them again and be like, baby, you understand what I mean?
Romance him the way I would want to be romanced. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good thing to do. Now, some people might be in a relationship and they might just say, my partner just doesn't get the clue. Like I could run him a bubble bath. I can, do a massage.
I caught you doing pedicure. I said, what? Oh my God.
No, but listen, girl, he needed that pedicure. I've been working on his man's feet for a month.
She said that Good Willie Free Willie needed that pedicure. Do you? Listen, she literally, put her husband's business out here that, no, hold on, girl. Good Willie Free Willie needed that pedicure. Lord have mercy.
Being romantic, you're so good at being romantic. If that is what, no, you are good in that aspect. I know. Guys, one day I went to visit Q and her husband, and Q was giving her husband pedicure. Like, whoa. I said, what? She's like, I wanted to do it myself. I don't want him to go to the salon. I want to do it myself. I need to pamper him. I said, what? I learned something from her. Some things, I even those are things she can afford, he can afford. They can just go to the salon to have the pedicure done.
Exactly. And if he was focused about keeping his feet clean, he would have keep his feet clean. But this is something that he doesn't want to focus on. He's focusing on other things. It's the same thing also that you took him to the dentist. The first time you took him to the dentist, you think that the second time he will walk by himself to the dentist. You need to walk with him again to the dentist. You understand what I mean? So this is the thing. It once you help your husband in those kind of particular things, you will continue have to help him. He will not walk by himself and go to any dentist after that. You understand? The one thing you can do is, you're helping him. It's good that you're helping him, keep his feet clean, keep his teeth clean and all of that. You're helping him, yes, because you want to cuddle and scratch your feet with a decent, feet and all of that. I understand. When you're kissing your husband or your wife, you want to kiss, with a little bit hygienic mouth. I understand. So you're going to take your husband to that. But know that you will have to continue doing that because it will not come by himself. You understand what I mean? So there is a type of accepting that you have to do, and to yourself also, and be acceptable that your husband, maybe in those particular things, he doesn't care about his feet. He doesn't care about his teeth. You understand what I mean? Because you can. This is something, a quote they say, you could take a monkey out of a bush, but it's still a monkey. You understand what I mean? If you understand that type of quote I'm saying, So this person will always be himself. Leah said, I'm not cleaning nobody's feet. Now listen now, some people, if they're not, not scared, but not afraid, to clean type of feet, yeah, you should go ahead. It's her husband.
Done, but they decided to have it at home. That is romantic. The little things matter actually. They do. So that's really, really romantic. Definitely. Yeah, you're good at that.
So with the whole pedicure thing, my husband likes to be pampered very much. He loves to be pampered just as much as I like to be pampered. But it all started when, sometimes we can kind of like shape and mold a person. You know what I mean? Like if we don't like certain things, like we can recommend, hey, why don't you maybe cut your nails down a little bit? Maybe why don't you, here's this lotion. This is my favorite lotion. This is my favorite scent on a man or a woman or whatever. So it kind of like start like that. I looked at his feet and I was like, you could really use a pedicure, not in a rude way or anything like that, but I want to.
She said you could really use a pedicure. Girl, that means that the feet was rough. The feet was rough. I think now when you go back to Nigeria right now, you're going to find the feet rough again. You're going to find the feet rough again. I'm just saying.
Feet the way I want to, make them look, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and now he gets a pedicure once a week and his feet have completely transformed. Because some men don't really take, certain stuff like that, like a pedicure or manicure. They don't really take it serious. Some men do, some men don't, but now he gets his pedicure once a week and I look at his feet and I'm just like a proud,
yeah. And yeah, he does it once a week, but that because you were there. You understand? But you cannot get angry if he doesn't do it anymore once a week because you are not there no more. So if you go back to Nigeria and the feet is looking rough again, you cannot get angry. Because this is the type of man you got married with and you need to accept it. And the better you accepted it, you understand, the better you can go through life, because otherwise you will be disappointed in a lot of things. We need to learn, accept our husband and our wife the way they are. The more you can accept the way they are, and I'm not saying, the violence, DV, no, none of those things, I'm talking about, the small irritation things that, your husband or your wife do, that get some people so out of their body that they feel like, okay, I cannot live like this. I need to divorce. You understand what I mean? Exactly, Natasha. I don't think that man had any priority of her hygiene. I don't feel like that. Some of it, no, no. But the thing is that Eat with Q was there trying to fix this man facial. He went to a facial salon, was doing his face, and then she took her to a dentist, then pedicure. She's like fixing the man, you know, fix the man in the way she wants her man to 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 look, you know. And by doing that, that is, in my opinion, that is something that it's not right. You should not do that. You understand? The man should go by himself and try to fix his hygiene or fix his feet and put attention on it. You understand? As you are getting a man on this level, he will always be that. And you need to accept it so that you can, you know, get less angry or disappointed in those areas, because he will not change. He will not change.
I look at his feet and I'm just like a proud, you know,
Oh my
call
God.
it, what do you, manicurist. I'm a proud manicurist now because his feet have transformed and they look amazing. So
And now when
we're
you
all
go back,
learning, we're all
and now
growing.
when you go back, you're gonna see a disastrous feet again. I'm telling you, you need to start all over again, girl. I'm just saying.
And he does really sweet things too that I really, really like. One of my favorite things about my husband is he never comes home empty-handed. Like he's always thinking.
Yes, E. Brooks. It's like, you know, she wants to fix like the way he smells, the way he do this, the way no, it really has to come by himself. The more you accept your husband or your wife the way they are, you know, like some men or some women, they tell their husband, I don't like your hair, I don't like your hair, you know, you need to fix your hair. Some men, they tell their wife, you know, I don't like you're getting too thick, you need to lose weight. All of those things are terrible. It will not last. Your marriage will not last. The quicker that your husband or your wife accept you who you are, then I'm telling you, that is the best way. Like, I'm gonna give an example. Your husband hasn't he loves to watch football. I don't know. I don't know. A man's feet has to be a man's feet, but you know, it doesn't have to have any Eskimo or Mongols. I don't know how you guys call it in English. If it has that, that means that, you know, it needs treatment. You know, but your man loves football, but you hate football. You hate football, and when the season of football starts, your husband is focused on football, football this, football that. Now, in some cases, some women will be like, you know, I cannot do this anymore. You're throwing me on the side for football, and this is not a marriage life and all of that. Or you can accept what your husband loves and like, and you know, your marriage is gonna last longer because you knew your husband loved football. You understand what I mean? You're taking your husband as he is. You understand? Now, I'm not talking about your husband or touching you or, you know, DV and all of those things. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about the small things that people get irritated in a marriage very quick.
Thinking about me when he comes home, he's gonna have
Yes, Ibrix, those things, they need treatment. That is period. Those things need treatment.
a little gift for me, whether it's ice cream, whether it's my favorite bag of chips, whether it's whatever. He always comes home, never comes home empty-handed. I think that's really romantic. That's romantic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little things. The truth is, in relationships, right? A lot of people ignore little things. I feel like those little things count even more than the big things.
Yes.
Those things, the little things make you know that this person is observant, this person knows what you like, this person is caring. There are a lot of things that are way above love.
Definitely.
Care is really, really important. Care is really, really important. Someone having you at the back of their mind, even when they're not with you, that's really
Definitely.
You know, the little things matter. Nigerian men are romantic. Yeah, they have romantic Nigerian men. So I think having a relationship with
Listen, they say Nigerian men are romantic. I have to disagree on the extent on a is Nigerian men are, they know when to be romantic. Let me say it like but in generally a lot of African men are very dry. And there was another channel, a guy that traveled around Africa, guys, and he was also saying that in generally African men are not romantic. Believe me, guys, from all the friends, family, I never seen a romantic African man. Now, the way the men of Europe are more romantic. Spanish men, they are a little bit, they're more romantic. There are other culture that are more romantic than African men. But take it from me, yes, they are very dry. Yes, they know when to be romantic. Let me put it like that. So for her husband to do all this romantic stuff to her, they have their purpose. They have their purpose. You understand what I mean? When they reach their purpose, then you're gonna see a different person. You understand? And unfortunately, in this occasion, I think Flavor have seen also, you know, the after match of the romantic, because she said that Nigerian men are romantic. So in her case, she was calling her husband, that is right now her ex, yeah, romantic. How romantic was your husband? Because he was not that romantic that you already divorced in 1 year and 2 months. You understand what I mean? So she's saying right now, she's not being completely honest. She's not being completely honest about Nigerian men. They are picturing Nigerian men. No. And guys, go to my shorts. There is one guy, he has a big channel on this YouTube street. And he also say that African men in generally are not romantic men. They will not be like baby or hold your hands and doing all those shakara, especially on the street. And he was telling the truth. Listen, guys, this man has his own platform. He has a big platform. He traveled around in Africa, and he was even saying that African men, as soon they come with baby this, baby, they're doing all those extra romantic things because they have an agenda. You understand? So no, I don't agree with what she's saying.
men. So I think having a relationship with God by both people is important. Very important. Very, very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, thoughtfulness is very
Yes, true. They're like love bombing, especially they're very aggressive when you meet them. When they want you, they will go beyond and beyond to get you. If you tell them like all those things that Good Willie was doing, taking food out of her teeth with a toothpick, oh my God. When I showed the African guys this, they were laughing. They say, oh my brother, hey. Because the things they will do to get where they want to get where they have to get in life is beyond and beyond. And sometimes it's ugly, guys. It's disgusting sometimes even. This is what I always say. These people will cut their face, people, to get where they want to get. It's not a joke, guys. Why? Because the suffering, the poverty, I hope I'm saying it good, is on a high level. Some of those men has to take care of their family, guys. So for able, and some of them, they like fast money. They like fast money. They don't like to suffer too much to get to the money. You understand what I mean? So they have found a way of scamming women on a high level. You understand? These people, they will love bomb you. I'm telling you, they are sweet talkers. They are professional, sweet talkers. There's a lot of, they are so famous right now in Europe with their characters and their behavior that in Europe, a lot of women are very carefully to date African men. Let me tell you guys, what is going on right now in Europe? In Europe, what is going on with African men? A lot of women don't want to date them, especially the black women here in Europe don't want to date African men. As soon, because sometimes I joke with them, I say, oh, I have an African brother. No, 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 no. They will tell me, no, 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 thank you. But I'm joking with them because we know already, we know already, a lot of them are crazy. The one thing I have to say, I thank God for my husband. And this is the only thing I can tell you guys, that I'm very lucky. I am very lucky, but it's a lot of women that is not lucky. You understand? I have family members that have encountered those type of African men, guys. It's not a joke. Here in Europe, a lot of black, especially the black women, they don't want to date them. Hey, they don't want to date them. Yeah, because they did a lot here in Europe. I have seen a lot, I have heard a lot. That's what I can tell you guys.
Very important in relationship, and it's so sad that a lot of people, a lot of women and men don't pay attention to little things. Some people like to, yeah, to me, being caring in a relationship or marriage, you don't have to wait for special days to show love to your partner. You don't have to wait for Valentine. I don't have to wait for Valentine to get the tiniest of care, tiniest of concern, thoughtfulness from my partner.
Yeah.
Like what you said, that your husband doesn't come home empty-handed no matter what. That is because he has you in his mind.
Exactly.
You understand? Even when he's not with you, you're in his mind, you're in his thoughts.
Exactly.
So those things really matter. People don't know. People feel like, oh, he buys me a car before he's caring. No, those things are not what shows that he's caring. You should pay attention to the little things he does.
Exactly.
Ahora, Jessica, welcome. One of my members. Wait, guys. Look, I just have a dry throat, but I have some water with me here. But like I was telling you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys what I feel about Fayvoor and Brooks. Ahora, Jessica, welcome, one of my members. Also, Brooks, one of my members. Welcome all my members. Welcome in the chat. Also, shout out to my members. Shout out to everybody also in the chat. Thank you guys so much for the supporting guys, sorry. And also shout out to the Stay Gang and the sippers in the chat also. Welcome, guys. So guys, listen. This is what I feel about Fayvoor and Eat With Q. At that moment when they are talking about the way they want to be treated, I feel like that they have encountered themselves, with especially Eat With Q, because Eat With Q doesn't have the education of Africa. You understand? So especially Fayvoor, it's like Fayvoor know about different type of way of love. You understand? She wants to be loved the way that the European or the Asians or different countries, the way they do show love to their husband or wife. You understand what I mean? She doesn't want to be loved the African way. You understand? Because what she is saying, Leah, your comment is getting deleted all the time. I don't know what is that. The way she is describing, the way she wants to be treated, that is definitely not the way that a real Nigerian man treats their wife. You understand what I mean? No, no, it's not something common. If it happened, it's something that they have been learned, or what Eat with Q is saying. You know, teach your husband the way you want to be treated. But will it last for long? You understand what I mean? Because is it something that your husband do by himself? I'm not gonna teach my husband to buy me a present, or to love me, or to pamper me, or no, I'm not going to teach my husband that. I want my husband, or I want my husband to treat me the way he feels that he should treat me, the way he knows how to love his wife. I want to see what comes from him. You understand? I want to see what does he feels about me. You understand what I mean? Yes, Jessica, it seems very weird that they have ended and even divorced in 1 year. Now, for the people who was not in the beginning of the life, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to repeat a little bit what I was saying also in the beginning. It's not common for Nigerians to get divorced just like that. Let me tell you, everybody will get involved in this. The friends, the so-called brothers or sisters, the mother, the father, the pastor. Let me tell you, all of them will come and talk to the married couple. You understand? They will come and talk to the married couple before it get to the extent of divorce. So I think that something very, but very, very bad must have happened for her to get to that extent of divorce and to be single again. Something have happened. Because this is definitely not something common that happened in their culture. I'm telling you, people. Not even for the little things, I'm telling you. So for me, it's very strange. Yes, for 1 year, yes. But what Hebrews, you know what it even makes more stranger? It even make it more stranger for them as Nigerian also, because it's not something common in their culture. Everybody will come out and talk to this married couple to try to fix their marriage. Let me tell you, they maybe can be angry with each other for 1 month or 2 weeks and all of that, but they will find a way. Let me tell you, they will find a way, any type of way. Especially Stephen, he should have fixed. I don't know what happened, but if it's a small thing, they should have fixed and tried to make their marriage work, if it was something small. But I think that it must be something big. I'm telling you. And also, apparently, I got to know. Ahora, Miss Susie, welcome also. I'm also wondering what happened. I'm also wondering. And also, what I have here also, I got this information yesterday from a Nigerian person, is that as long as the family of Flavor doesn't pay back the bride price that they have paid for Flavor, that means she's still in the marriage. Ahora, Miss N. Ahora, Miss N say, on 90 Days Fiance, Sawyer Boy wanted his fiance to be the godmother to his brother kids, and she was going to wanted the fiance to be the godmother. Yeah, and I think maybe because the way it would you talk about, a sister-in-law in Nigeria, the way she talk about how the sister-in-law child and this and that, maybe they're gonna make it with Q also the godmother over there. Maybe they're gonna, yeah, because they want a good godmother for their child. They want somebody with money, to be the godmother. But let's continue.
It does.
Exactly.
Like for me now, my husband, he has made me see life in a total different way. Yeah, he has
She said that her husband, yeah. Flavor is saying, I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. Flavor is saying that her husband have make her see life in a totally different way. And I back it up a little bit, like 20 seconds back. But I want you guys to listen very carefully what she say at this point. Listen very
no.
carefully.
People feel like, oh, until he buys me a car before he's caring. No, those things are not what shows that he's caring. You should pay attention to the little things he does.
Exactly.
Like for me now, my husband, he has made me see life in a total different way. Yeah, he has made me see life in a total things that normally I wouldn't even consider a thing, because in the past I didn't used to have things like that.
Okay.
In the past I've been dating men that I'll put more effort.
Okay.
Put more effort.
Let's talk
Like
about
maybe you're traveling and you're carrying your bag all by yourself, and the man is just working. My husband will be like, you have to know that you have somebody with you now to do these things for you. Those little things.
Now, Flavor, where does this have bring you in your marriage? A husband that carry your luggage, show you attention, blah 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 blah. Where does this got you? Listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something, yeah. And this is another advice I'm gonna give you guys in marriage and in relationship. If you want your I order money boy, by the way. I order money boy. Who else is new in the chat? Listen. Don't compare your relationship with nobody their relationship. I'm telling you. Because this carrying the luggage, open the door of the car, those are not, for me then, in my opinion, are not the essential way to show that I love my wife. You understand what I mean? And for Flavor, this is something that, she was longing and she was so happy that her husband was doing. But on the end of the day, there's something else your husband did that make you guys divorce. You understand what I mean? All of those things about opening the doors, carrying my luggage, make sure that on Valentine's I get a present, all of those things, holding my hands while we're walking. Let me tell you, those are not the those are not the important things in a marriage, yeah, or in a relationship. Absolutely not. And also, my people, don't compare your relationship with no movie, yeah, no Cinderella story, yeah, and don't compare your relationship with nobody else their relationship. Because I'm gonna tell you guys something. There is a couple that I know, yeah, the couple that I used to know. They used to be a couple. Listen now, this couple, anywhere we go, what we do, they were together. They will be cuddling, they will be kissing, they will be doing this, they will be doing that. They are everywhere we go, they are there together. Everything they do together, there's no time out in these two couples. They will travel, they will do a lot of things. But for our surprise, can you imagine that this man was cheating on her for 3 years without anybody knowing it? But it was a man that will carry her luggage. It was a man that was opening the door and doing all of those shakara. That's why I'm saying all of this nonsense about opening the door, doing this, doing that, will not distinguish if you have a good man. Let me read the chat. I have a saying: if you set him free and he comes back, he is yours. If he doesn't, he never was. Yep. What is for you is for you. Exactly. Yes, Brooks. Sometimes, when it's gone, it's gone. I'm telling you. But definitely, when something is for you, it's for you. But I also feel like, and out of experience, I feel like when they gone the first time, let it be gone. Because there is a reason why he left the first time. You understand?
Little things matter. Before now,
Yeah.
nobody's opened the door for me. When I met my husband, he was doing that. I was like, what is all this?
Yeah.
It was like it was too much because I wasn't used to that type of love. I never knew that love can be easy, love can be stress-free,
Yeah.
right?
That's
So
exactly.
those little things really matters.
Absolutely.
The way
I don't believe those things, the little things, even matters. In my opinion, those little things don't matter. It doesn't matter. In my opinion, it doesn't matter because it doesn't make a person a better husband or wife if the person does those little things. That's why I say the first thing you need to do is accept your husband or wife the way they are. Ahora, Zaya, we're talking about the Flavor, the sister-in-law of Edith Q, her marriage that have ended in 1 year and 2 months, and they had a live 1 year ago, and Edith Q and also Flavor together on the panel talking about and trying to give advice to women on the YouTube streets about love and about relationship and marriage. So I'm giving my opinion, and I don't agree with everything, but I'm just giving my opinion. What as a person that is in a marriage, and we are 15 years together, 7 years of marriage with 3 children. I'm just giving you guys my opinion about relationship, marriage, and lifestyle and all of that. So that's what we're talking about. Go check the first part, because the first part I was talking about the dating app of Stephen and all of that. So you get a more clarification also about that, because somebody came on the panel and was talking about the dating app. You understand what I mean? And I think it was Stephen himself, but I'm not sure. But anyway, so what I was saying is that opening the door. So you're in a marriage, guys. You're in a marriage and your husband doesn't open the door. Do you feel like, oh, this is something that is not possible? Or you're in a marriage and your husband is a person, is a little bit a selfish person. Is it something that you can live with or you cannot live with? You understand what I mean? Everybody has their flaws. Everybody has their good side and their bad side. This is the thing. If you're in a marriage or relationship, you will never be in a perfect relationship or marriage. It doesn't exist. There's nothing such as perfect relationship or marriage. There will always be one little thing that you will think about, oh my God, or even more than one. There will be sometimes 100 things. But there comes a point that you can tell yourself, if my husband is the type of husband doesn't like to open the door for me when I step out of the car, does that make your husband a bad husband? No, it doesn't.
That's exactly.
those little things really matters.
Absolutely.
The way your partner pushes you to matters. A lot of things. It doesn't have to be a house. They don't have to buy you a house to know that they love you. They don't have to buy you a car for you to know that they love you.
Yeah,
Those
I
things
agree
don't.
with that.
Anybody can buy you a car. Anybody can buy you a house.
Exactly.
Anybody can buy you a Gucci bag.
And
Do you
not love
understand? And not love you.
Yeah.
So the little things are the things you should actually pay attention to. Those little things are things that shows that the person is observant, the person is caring, very
Definitely.
thoughtful,
Definitely.
and those things can take
And
you.
this is what I'm trying to explain, that it's not about that if your husband or your wife is not a thoughtful person, doesn't make this person a bad person to be in a relationship with. It doesn't. Why? Because that is the person you fell in love with. As more you can accept that your husband or your wife is not a thoughtful person. Let me tell you, I know women that are in a marriage and they're very selfish. but they are happy in their marriage. I know husbands that are married, and they are very selfish. But the two couples are very happy. They are very happy. So if you can accept that your husband or your wife is a type of person, has a type of character, there is a way to live with this type of behavior. Now, I don't mean like in the sense of he's going to be so selfish that it's going to hurt you. No, he's selfish. Like, example, I'm giving you example. Your husband went out and he came back and he brought only a piece of cake for himself. Yeah, now I'm going to explain to you, Leah. I'm going to say he bought a piece of cake for himself. He entered the house and you were sitting there, and he put the cake in front of him and he started eating it. And you're looking at him like, oh my God, why you didn't bring a piece of cake for me? And he was like, oh, I didn't know. Sometimes it's not even they are selfish. They don't even know. But we say that it's selfish, but sometimes they don't even know that they are being selfish. So that is the type of selfish I'm talking about. Or sometimes you have a couple that they like to go on vacation. Like you guys know me, I go sometimes on vacation. That's rude. I will always ask. Really, really, Ibrooks, you will be like angry because your husband didn't bring you a piece of cake. Ahora Shai, thank you so much for being here. Ibrooks, wait a minute because this is funny. Ibrooks, you will be angry because your husband didn't bring you a piece of cake. Let me know. But like, okay, I go on vacation. I do a lot of things by myself, and there was one of the sisters saying, no, why you do things by yourself? We like to do things by ourselves. We like to do things with our friends. I know couples that have motorcycle groups. The husband will jump on the motorcycles with the friends and had a motorcycle in Europe, and the wife is at home. That is also not selfish. Taking a vacation or taking a break by yourself also. Your husband can go on a vacation by himself. The wife can go on a vacation by himself. Or the husband can go out with his group of friends and the wife can go out with his group of friends. There's nothing selfish about that. You understand what I mean? Really? But okay, Ibrooks, okay, you will do that. You will do that. But if your husband will not do that, is it something that is that a no for you in a man? Yeah, I also like if it's me, like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Me, I will bring a piece of cake for my husband. You understand? I will bring a piece of cake for my husband. But if my husband doesn't do it, I will not get angry. I will be like, oh, I will not get angry at all. I probably will eat a piece of his own cake if I really, really want a piece of cake, but I will be like, okay, I will not mind. You understand? And those small things, for some people it does mind. Some people really get irritated about that. And if you can just accept just the way your husband is in those smaller things, it will make your relationship less stressful. Okay, yeah, that's definitely an option. That selfishness can be an issue, but I will talk to him about it. Yes, but sometimes even talking to them about it, because this is how they have grown up, and they can change maybe for 1 month, but girl, after that 1 month, they change exactly to who they are. So it's better for us to accept a partner in those kind of things. Those kind of things. I'm not talking about accept your husband, DF you and all of that. No, because those things you should leave the relationship at all. I'm talking about the small petty things, you know. And if your husband doesn't open the door for you, or your husband doesn't buy you gift for Valentine's Day, or your husband, doesn't, because I know some relationship, the husband buy flowers for them, but some relationship, the husband doesn't buy no flower. You understand? Those does those things irritate you? Are you going to be like, oh my god, my husband doesn't love me because he never buy flower for me? Those things, you should not care about those things. You understand what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about, the little petty things and all of that. But definitely communication is definitely a key in the relationship. Communication is huge. The more you have communication with your partner, a better understanding. Just have a sit sometimes and talk about things, it really helps. You have to also know who you're marrying and dating. Yes. That's why jumping after some couple of months in a relationship, I will not recommend nobody for doing that. Not after 2 months. We are in 2024, guys. There's a lot of craziness in this world. I will not recommend nobody to jump in any marriage or any relationship like that. I will not advise you. Leah say, I don't care about that pick. One out for the yard. What is that? Oh, just pick one for the. Yeah. Me, I don't care. For real, I don't care to not get flowers and all of those things. No. I don't care. Me neither. Or for Valentine's Days, all those. Nah.
Very
Definitely.
thoughtful,
Definitely.
and those things can take you further than buying you something that just because
It's
they
so
want to
true.
buy because they have the
It's
money.
so true. It's so true. Somebody said in the comment section, I can't wait to be able to say my husband. Absolutely. I totally agree with you on that. I think that is so beautiful, but I also think we don't just want to just have any husband. You know what I mean? Because you can go out here and get a husband, honey, and just be like, oh, Lord, I'd rather be single. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think it's important for us to be intentional in our prayers, whatever your belief system is. If you pray, if you meditate, whatever that is, be intentional and very specific on the type of spouse you want. You know what I mean? Like, how does he treat you? Is he romantic? Is she, he or she, a foodie like me, or you know what I mean? 'Cause I think that's awesome. I love to eat. You guys know I love to eat.
And that's the thing also, I'm gonna tell you guys that, like, Eat It Q is a foodie. But what I know about Nigerian men are not foodie like the women is foodie. Like Nigerian men, they have some particular hours they eat and they will eat. At that moment they will eat. But this thing that Eat With Q was trying to do with her husband, doing mukbangs and all of that, all of us could see that the husband was not digging it. The husband was not feeling the mukbang and all of that. So you as a mukbanger, what are you going to do? Are you going to force your husband to do mukbangs? No. There comes a point you need to accept that your husband maybe is not a foodie. And it should be okay. In one time listen, I am a plus size woman, yeah. And the way she eats, I'm telling you, in one set, she eats how many eggs? 12 eggs? I cannot do that. Even with me, with my plus size eggs. I cannot do that. I am a foodie too. But my husband is not a foodie. And yeah, I don't like flowers either. Only at weddings, yeah. I don't like flowers too. I have something that, you know, if somebody give me flowers, it will last for 2 days. I give them water, but I don't know if I give them too much water. I don't know, but it's no, I don't want no flower. Yeah, yeah. But here in Europe, they like to give flowers. They like, for every occasion, they love to give flowers for every occasion. Like if you have an anniversary or your birthday, or, you know, they love to give flowers. So you need to come to a point that you need to accept that your husband may be not a foodie. So that means that when you are doing your mukbang, if that means you have to do your mukbang by yourself, you know, you need to do your mukbang by yourself. Like I told you guys, I like to do YouTube. I like to do the entertainment of it all. But my husband does not like that. We can respect each other what we like and support each other in what we like, but that doesn't mean I need to make my family member also participate forcefully to show that, oh, I love you, so I'm gonna force myself to do, you know, what you want, what you like to do. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You understand what I mean? Hi, MZET, welcome. No, I think it's mixed up. It's mixed up. Nigerian men, they like plus size and skinny. It's mixed up. It's mixed up. They don't only like big size woman. It's not true.
That's awesome. I love to eat. You guys know I love to eat.
Yeah.
And I want, you want to be with somebody that has the same qualities and the same.
No, and I don't agree with that. You don't want to be with somebody that has the same quality as you. Opposite attracts opposite. Let me tell you, you don't want somebody with the same character as you. Can you imagine that Q was in a house with the same character, with the same personality as her in the same house? It will not last. It will not last. You understand? I would not love to be with somebody with the same character as me. It would not last, my people. Opposite attracts. Opposite of your character and that person's character can last longer. Can you imagine that you're in a house with two characters that is selfish? It will not work. If the one person is selfish and the other person is not selfish, you understand? It's like opposite things. I hope you guys can understand me. Exactly, Jesse. I cannot be with somebody exactly like me. It will not work. You understand? And it's good that I am with a person that is totally different than me, because if I was with a person exactly like me, oh Lord have mercy. Yeah, because when I am angry, my partner reacts different than when he is angry. I react different. You understand? I don't want my partner to react the same as I react. Absolutely not. So I don't want to be, you don't want to be with somebody that has the same quality or the same personality as you. No, you definitely want somebody that has the opposites as you.
You want to be with somebody that has the same qualities and the same, ideas that you have and stuff like that. It's really important. So, and one thing I do want to say is you can go from a bum, you know what I'm saying, somebody that ain't doing nothing, ain't just kicking back with their feet up, kicking back with their feet up, honey. Ain't doing nothing for you. You doing everything to being a queen, to being treated like it is possible. It is possible.
And that was a dick to somebody. You guys already know that she was throwing shade to, in my opinion, she was throwing shade to Player, her ex, the one that she they have separated, and then she went and married Good Willy Free Willy. Yes, but still the qualities also, I don't want somebody that has the same qualities or the same personality as me. I know there are different things, but I don't want it. Like, I feel like opposites works better. You understand? If you have two lawyers in the house, there's a kind of, if example, you are a lawyer and your husband is also a lawyer, there is a type of way that, you guys will be in the house, and I'm telling you, opposite. I like the opposite in quality and also in character. I like opposite of it. It works better. In my opinion, it works much better. It works much better. So she was throwing a dig to player. That was a shade. That was a shade to player. Well, that's the thing, That is the opposite, maybe, of a good wheelie, free wheelie, and Eat with Q. Eat with Q is the one that's making the big money, and I think, and this is my opinion, I think that good wheelie, free wheelie is not making that big money. I think he's hustling. That's what I think. He's really hustling. But I don't know in what he's hustling, but I think he's hustling.
Yeah.
It is possible. And some people think that it's not possible because they've been after one bad relationship after one bad relationship after one bad relationship and think that all men are dogs, all men are users, all men are this. And that's not the case. You can have, that's one thing that I can definitely say about myself is that no matter how many heartbreaks I go through, no matter how many tragedies or anything that I go through, I'm going to always have that little piece of hope, knowing that I'm worth it. I'm worth it. I can have the desires of my heart, because what's the sense in saying that you have faith? Do you really have faith if you believe that all men are dogs? Do you really have faith? Because you wouldn't have that mentality. You would never say all men are dogs if you had faith and you believe that you can actually have the desires of your heart. So that's a little encouragement that I wanted to give somebody. And like Fayvoor said earlier, we're babies in marriage. We just got married. So we don't have we don't know everything. And even if you've been married 20 years, you still are learning and figuring out.
You keep learning. Yeah, you keep learning. Because I feel like circumstances bring out the other side of people. So you never stop learning. You keep learning. Somebody said, so the Nigerian...
Nu bij Livera 25% korting op
Commercial, guys. What's say? So, what do you mean? What she's doing? Nothing, like work? That's as I say, girl, encourage yourself. For real, encourage yourself.
Somebody said, so the Nigerian I was dating worked 6 days a week, never put forth effort to go out, always wanted me to come to his house, pushed me.
I don't like that.
Do you know what I believe? No matter how busy you are, you're never too busy for somebody you love or for something you love.
Yes.
If they're busy for you, they don't love you.
So
That's
true.
If they are too busy.
That is not true. That is not true, because circumstances can make, that people, don't have the time to be going to the restaurant every week. Hold on, guys. Circumstances of people can make that they don't have time, especially family that have a bigger family, like 5 or 6 children, and all of that, or the circumstances that the husband is living in a different country, or the circumstance, because I just met a girl also, and her husband is living all the way in a different country in Europe. So she is by herself, guys, with 4, almost 5 children. So you may think that, okay, the husband, does the husband love her? Yeah, the husband love her, but the circumstances have made that they cannot be together. You understand what I mean? And it's about, their papers and all of those things. So I do believe that, and I even have colleagues that after years, they were excited because this weekend, for the many years, this person was telling me that the children are finally going to the grandfather this weekend. They are staying with the grandfather and the grandmother, and he can have some quality time with his wife. And he was telling me that it was years that they didn't have this quality time. So circumstances in life can make that you and your husband is not going to have time to do some nice things. Children can be one, work can also be one. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And don't forget, those are women that doesn't have children. Those are women talking that doesn't have children.
They are too busy for you. They don't love you.
And that is the harsh reality, Faye.
Leah, I'm telling you, not even 5 minutes, 5 seconds too.
For you,
Yes.
they don't love you.
So
That's
true.
the truth.
That is not true.
They are-
They love you. That is not true. I'm telling you guys, it's not because your husband or your wife doesn't have time and you guys cannot do quality things that means that your wife or your husband doesn't love you. That is not true. That's why with this type of mentality, you will end up being in a marriage for 1 year and 2 months. I'm telling you. This is crazy. And those are women that doesn't even have children. They come on this YouTube street, they want to give advice, they want to talk, they want to say this, they want to say that. You understand? This is not true, my people. Your wife maybe love you to the moon, your husband love you to the moon. You know, sometimes some family need to work hard, work double shift. Yeah? I know people that work double shift. They go from this work, and then when they finish from this work, they go to the next work. Yeah? To provide for their family. You understand what I mean? So that is not true. That's my opinion. Yes, Brooks, that is the thing, that there are young girls listening and taking the advice of them. Yes. That is the craziness.
If they are too busy for you, they don't love you.
And that is the harsh reality, Faye.
That's not true.
Like, that is the harsh reality of it. And you know, I've been in a situation like that before. Like I told you, and I shared a couple of times before that I dated a Nigerian guy. He was a Yoruba guy, okay? Yeah. And I was so in love with this man, y'all. Like, I was so in love with him. And I was just like, he's just so busy. Like, he's just so busy. But no, he is not that busy. If he really want to hang out with you, if he really want to spend time with you, if he like,
You will make out
you want
time.
Yes, it can't.
You will make
And that is something else. When you are dating, and I have to agree now, I have to agree. If you are dating and they don't make time, you know, to know you and all of that, that is something else. Yes, they don't want to have a serious relationship with you. That is something else. Yeah. But about making time when you are in a marriage or a relationship, no, that is something else.
time. He will make out time. I dated one like that, but this one, I learned him and he turned out to be my best friend. Lucky you.
Yeah.
So, truth be told, no matter how busy somebody is, they will look for a way to communicate with you.
Definitely.
And put you through their busy schedules.
Yes.
I've had days where, like, once it's Wednesdays, I know that, okay, my husband has tons of meetings this particular day. And guess what? No matter how busy he is, he must still send a message. Babe, first meeting done. Next meeting.
It's the reassurance. It's the reassurance that we need.
That is all. You can never be too busy. No matter how busy.
No. That is insecure. That is insecure. That is trust issue, in my opinion. That is trust issue, because if your husband is busy, he's busy. You cannot be talking. Let me tell you guys, even if you don't hear of your husband the whole day, from morning maybe till evening, there comes a point that you should have a little bit trust in your husband, you know, that he is busy working or doing this and doing that, and then later in the afternoon you will get in touch. But if you want your husband to be calling you every 5 minutes, every 1 hour and all of that, there's some trust issue going on. And a matter of fact, maybe there was in Fayvoor her case, because she got divorced after 1 year and 2 months.
That is all. You can never be too busy. No matter how busy he is, doesn't he eat?
Exactly.
You can never be too busy.
Exactly.
No trust.
If it's
No
too
trust.
busy for you,
No
then
trust.
it can't work, because what time do you guys have to have heart-to-heart talk? What time do you have to talk? What time are you supposed to be together?
Exactly.
Older generation is different then.
So the house is getting a little bit loud, you guys. So I'm going to check you guys out a little bit later. I love you guys. I'm still going to be in the live, so you guys still stay in the live. Please subscribe to Fayvoor's channel. Please follow her Instagram. She's going to be doing so many more of these live chats. She's going to be doing giveaways. Make sure you guys follow her.
Answer this question before you leave.
Okay.
Look at what somebody's saying.
I'm 22. I'm still learning about love. What future advice can you give me? Okay, that's a really good question. At 22, if I could turn back the hands of time when I was 22, I would have literally, I think I would have definitely stayed single and focused on myself and learned to really, truly love myself and not look for validation in anyone. And this is what I told my little cousin. She's about 22 as well. And she is boy crazy. She wants a boyfriend. She's a hopeless romantic. She's all of that. And it's nothing wrong with being any of that. But love yourself, honey. Spoil yourself. You know, get your own hair done. You know what I mean? Work hard, save your money, and treat yourself exactly how you would want a spouse or somebody, a boyfriend or whoever, to treat you.
Exactly.
You don't have to
That's
wonder.
true.
Yes, and then you don't have to be like scratch your head like, well, does this person really love me, or does this person really? No, because you love yourself and you know you treat yourself good and you love yourself. That's the best advice that I could give somebody that's 22.
Yeah.
If I could go back to be 22 again, I would not have a boyfriend. I would probably just casually date. I wouldn't even be sleeping with nobody. Like I wouldn't even
Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself.
I would be to myself, like they would be like, you are so into yourself, you think you all that. I would be like, absolutely, I do think I'm all of that. And then the right person will show up. Because it's just, when you think about, okay, like for me, when I think about all the time that I wasted, my precious years, I wasted my precious years, like in my 20s, it didn't work out with, or somebody that, you know, wasted my time. You know what I mean? That's precious time that you can't get back. And you think because you're 22 that you got a whole bunch of time. Baby, you don't have a lot of time, because I feel like I blinked my eyes and now I'm 33. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this time is so precious, it's so valuable.
Truly, time flies.
Oh my gosh, it flies so fast. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer that question, Faye. What would you say to?
So it's like you said, it's important to love yourself, because I feel like at 22 you're still discovering yourself, right? You don't even know yourself well enough.
You don't.
So that is the time for you to discover yourself, love yourself. That way, if you love yourself, you know the things you like, you know how to be treated.
Yes.
You'll be able to tell the next person how you want to be treated.
Yes.
Because
And
imagine you don't
able to
even know
see it.
yourself. You don't know yourself, and you're going into a relationship with someone. You don't really know how you want to be treated. So you can be thrown at any way you want, because you don't really know yourself.
Definitely.
Now you want the good things of life. At 22, you should work at improving yourself, self-growth.
Sure.
So I feel like when you're focused on yourself and focused on whatever it is you do, some people are still in college, some people are still in, 22, some people are graduates, right? So if you're focused on yourself and building yourself, the right person will definitely come. And when they come, you know how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
I know at that age, all you want to do is to be in a relationship, but I don't think that's the first thing you need.
I don't think so.
You need self-growth. You need to really grow. You need to grow yourself. You need to love yourself very much.
There's nothing wrong with having a friend. There's nothing wrong with having somebody that I just personally, I would not. It would have to be like, this is it. Like, I know, but even then, even being 22, how many times have we thought this is it? This is the one, or you know what I mean? I'm so in love. I literally, if I could turn back the hands of time, I would not take anybody serious. I would not. I would not. And then I'd be looking at my little cousin who's 22, and you know, she'd just be like, I'm going through with my boyfriend, and then they broke up, and then she's dating somebody else. And it's just like, see, like, just focus on yourself.
Hi, TV.
Hi, BSCTV studio.
And that's the thing. She still had so many opportunities when she was dating all of those men and you know and it didn't succeed and all of that. She still had the opportunity, you know, to tell herself that, you know, maybe it's not a good idea. You understand what I mean? But at not one moment at a time in life, she decided to, you know, let me stand still. You understand? She continued. She just continue with the dating and all of that. Oh, hold on. Hey, hold on. I'm on Can Handle through her short. Shout out to Can Handle the Truth. Can Handle the Truth. Please check her channel out, guys. I don't know if Ibrooks, if you have the chance to drop her channel, she is dropping some shorts. I'm telling you, so funny. I was just checking out one of the shorts. Yes. So I click on it. That's what I'm clicking on it. So, guys, what I was to say. So at not one point of the moment she had any clue, like, you know, maybe I should take a break or maybe I should wait before I get even married, guys. Because she could have waited. Why was this marriage has to be done in such a rush? You understand what I mean? Now we have Fayvoor have come to social media, did a whole marriage. I'm telling you guys, stay tuned because I will be dropping those videos. You guys, I'm going to show you guys what the marriage was all about. I'm telling you, it was a big happening. Fayvoor's marriage was a big happening. I'm going to drop the videos for you guys. But tomorrow I will not be going live. I will not be going live for this week. Yes, guys. But stay tuned. If I go live, put your bell on because if there's something hot to talk about, I will go live. But I will probably take a break of the live so I can start doing the editing and also the videos that I want you guys to see and also be informed about and all of that. So there's a lot of editings I need to do, and my devices also are getting full. So my devices are full, let me put it like that. So definitely there will be more editing videos and all of that, some upload videos. Yes, guys, so stay tuned for more of that. So what I was talking about is that she had so many opportunities, you know, to take a break and to work on herself before she gets into any relationship. You understand? But she didn't do none of those things. But now she is giving advice that, you know, take a break, you know, don't even go into marriage, focus on yourself. But she didn't do it. You understand what I mean? Do I feel like that Good Willie and Free Willie is a right man for her? I don't know, because I don't know how, you know, their relationship is and all of that. But still, if I could advise, because I told it with you, don't get married yet, wait, don't, you know, I would have still told it with you, don't get married, wait after 2 years, then get married. You could be engaged for almost 2 years. I said that in my other videos, that you tried to strike me, yeah, that you could have stayed engaged for 2 years. Why was it the rush to get married? Why don't you tell the people why was the rushing to get married? Why? Okay, Ibrooks. Okay, see you later. Have a good meeting, by the way.
Hi, BSTV.
Hi, BSCTV studio.
Another thing I want to say again. Now, being 22, you can be 22, right? But at heart, you are 33.
This is true. This is true.
You know,
this is very,
you can
very
be young at age, but you're so matured.
Definitely.
One because maybe you're surrounded by serious-minded people. You're surrounded by people that are focused. And again, the people you have in your circle really matters. If at 22 you have your circle, the set of girls you have in your circle or guys you have, all you guys want to do is party, get high, music, day in, day out.
Yeah.
That is the immature.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm actually really glad that you said that, because it also makes me think about how I'm in Nigeria now. Okay, so I'm in a totally different culture. So for us American women, you know, a lot of the time I can only really speak for, I'm an American. So as an American woman, the best advice that I could give, like I said, is like just focus on yourself. Can you find love at 22? Can you get married at 22? Absolutely, you can.
Definitely.
If that is the desires of your heart, you want to be married. You want to be married young. It absolutely can happen for you. And then you have women in Nigeria. I definitely would say, I think, just from my observation, I feel like Nigerian women are prepared to and prepared to be a wife, if you will. Versus sometimes in the Western world, that's not on our mind. Getting married is not on our mind. We're not thinking about cooking no meal for nobody. We ain't thinking about none of that stuff. We are not thinking about none of that stuff. Let me know if you can relate to that. But I just feel like, it might be a part of African culture to be raised up as a woman, to be prepared to be a wife, to know how to do these things, know how to cook, know how to clean, know how to, know how to just keep a house. You know what I'm saying? So taking a African 22-year-old and an American 22-year-old, it could be two different mentalities and two different mindsets.
Mentality, because we are built different.
Definitely.
It's part of our culture. Even a girl of 20, some ladies of 20 in Africa already, their mindset is already built about building a home, being in a home, having their own husband and kids. I know people that got married at 22. By 26, they were already done with having kids. It's actually very advisable to marry early if you're matured for it. If you're mentally ready for that, because being ready with your mouth is very simple, but you have to be mentally ready for that. Going into a different home, being somebody's wife, being someone's mother,
it's big.
It's a big thing. So it's something that you have to be mentally ready for. There are lots of 22-year-olds.
So guys, also what I wanted to say is that, this picture that they are painting, that, being a wife, you need to be a wife that is cleaning the house, make sure that you're cooking for your husband and all of that. And ahora, Miss Tia, welcome. We are in 2024. If you are married and you are in a marriage that you are cleaning the house, your husband is cleaning the house, you are cooking, and your husband is also cooking, you are changing the diapers, your husband is changing the diapers. This is 2024 for you. There's not such as a wife anymore that is the only one cooking, the only one taking care of the house, is the only one doing everything in the house. Hey, young Rias, welcome. You understand what I mean? That picture of a wife is already vanished for so many years already. There are so many couples that have divined the things in the house 50-50. You understand what I mean? So it doesn't mean right now that if you are a wife, that means you need to make sure that you cook for your husband, you take the food out for your husband, you do this for your husband. No, because there's a lot of marriage that the husband also do all of that, and it is okay. You understand what I mean? There are some wives that cannot even cook. There are some wives, I know people that their wife cannot cook. The husband is the one cooking. They don't cook. And they have a marriage of up to 20 years. He is happy and she is happy. So there is not, let me tell you, when it's about marriage, when it's about being together with a person for life, it's all about the connection. What does fit for you? What is perfect for you? What are you happy? Do you want to you want to be with somebody that's going to love you for who you are, or you're gonna be with somebody is gonna only love you for the things that you can provide, or for the things that you can do, or for the things that you're supposed to do as a wife. Are you gonna love? Let me see. Oh boy, my mother chose to be the housewife. Now she's working because, yeah. And the thing is, young Rias, there are some, like this Europe, this system in Europe here. This system in Europe here, let me tell you. A lot of, there's not a lot of women sitting at home no more. A lot of married women, they are all working. That means the husband also clean in the house, the husband also cook. There's no such as wife now that sit at home doing this. It's very little. The percentage of that is very little, because the system has become a kind of way, and also very expensive also, that have made that the husband and the wife has to work, has to provide for the family, even if it's to go work for 20 hours or 10 hours or for 15 hours, both working. You understand? So there's no such as the perfect housewife. She need to sit at home, she need to cook and do all of that. No. If you have a wife and she doesn't like to cook, and you are a husband that like to cook, and she's perfect for you like that, she's perfect for you. Be happy. Be happy. Don't mind because your friend is married with somebody, and that person cook. So your friend, your brother, let's say your brother is married with a wife, and that wife cook and do this and do that for the husband. Now you're gonna be jealous about that. No, that is not your portion. You understand? Be happy and be content with who you got married. You understand? If your wife doesn't cook and you are okay with that, be okay with it. Don't do it because it doesn't carry the name of this is not the picture of a wife. Nowadays, there's not such a picture of a wife sitting at home no more. You understand? Ahora, Ayana, welcome. There's no such a picture as that no more. That is old style. That is way back in the years, that the woman stays home, the husband go to work and provide for the family. Nowadays, the woman and the husband go work and provide for the family. That means that when the woman comes home, sometimes the food can be ready. The house can be clean, because maybe if the husband, came home early, the husband can do the cooking. Not because she's the wife. She's the one need to provide and cook and clean only now because she is the wife. I'm telling you guys, accept, love your husband, love your wife exactly who they are. Don't worry, don't go and look in anybody their relationship, because their relationship is not the same as your relationship. Don't compare your relationship with no movie, with no characters on television. Don't do that, guys. Oh, let's continue. Let me see how many minutes more. Oh, like 10 minutes more, I think so. Let's see.
Mentally ready for. There are lots of 22-year-old that can school a 30-year-old.
Come on now.
There are lots of 22-year-old that are so mature that you'll be doubting their age, right?
True.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's not really about the age. It's all about maturity.
Definitely.
Maturity of the mind.
Agree with that, definitely.
Maturity of the mind. So it's all about your priorities.
For sure.
What you prioritize. Play is.
So I love you guys. I'm gonna drop down. I'll still be in the chat. I'll still be engaging.
Yes, Leah, tomorrow is not promised. So why are you going to suffer yourself, get angry, fall in a depression because you see that your neighbor has a type of marriage that, oh, look at this woman, she's cooking every day for the husband, she's cleaning the house, she's doing it. No, don't compare your relationship with them, because most of the times you don't even know what they're really going through. You understand what I mean? They may look happy, lovely and dovely in front of your face, but behind the scene there's something else going on. Let me tell you, if I walk in the city and my husband is not holding my hands, I'm okay with that. But then you pass by, you see a couple holding their hands. Is that going to make you jealous? Is that going to wondering, oh, why my husband is not holding my hands? No, absolutely not. Don't let that bring any confusion and any shaking up in your relationship. Because your husband is built different. His mentality is different. His culture maybe is different. Do you understand what I mean? But it doesn't mean that he does not love you. So don't compare yourself with anybody, their relationship. If your husband doesn't open the door of the car for you and your sister husband does do that, let that be their life. Let that be their portion. Your husband is a different cookie. You understand what I mean? He has a different way. I'm telling you guys, really. Oh wow, that's beautiful, young Riaz. Yeah, you know, your education on how to treat women is different than, you know, the next person from another culture. You understand what I mean? Because there are some culture, you know, they expect their wife to be cooking and cleaning in the house. They expect their wife to bow down on their knees for them. You understand? But there are some culture that will not happen. But does that mean that the wife or the husband doesn't love each other? No. They love each other equally.
And I will check you later. Thank you for having me, Faye.
You're welcome.
See you later.
Thank you, love. Being ready is very important. It means you have to make adjustments here. You have to make adjustments, sacrifices. You have to be open. You have to be open to communication. Do we have more questions? So when it comes to marriage, it has nothing to do with age. It has to do with maturity of the mind, you being ready mentally, physically, spiritually. Please don't ignore the spiritual parts. Spiritually, mentally, for me, I pray about my husband, the kind of man I wanted to marry.
Wow, it's getting windy. Woo! Oh my God! It's getting very windy now. Oh, and the sun is really shining. You guys can see the people on the boat. Let me tell you, let me show you guys. There are people jumping in this water and they are swimming, guys. It's crazy. There are people literally jumping in this water and swimming. There was one guy, he just swam from this side and went all the way to the other side. Literally. There are some people swimming. I think I see somebody in the water over there. This year, I would love to jump in this water too. I never done it before. But yes, you're enjoying nice view, eh? And you see all the way in the back, there's a big cruise ship in the back. You see it? It's a big cruise ship in the back. Oh, I can zoom it in. You guys see the big cruise ship? Look at it. Okay, here we go. And it's very sunny. It's hot today. It's a very hot weather today. And what I'm saying is that the wind just really blow very hard. We're almost done with this live. Thank you guys for being in the bushes and outside the bushes, guys. Thank you guys for being here. We're almost done. It's like 10 minutes more. Let's see what Flavor has to say, because
husband, the kind of man I wanted to marry, I wrote down everything I wanted in my husband. So I made
Hold
it
on,
part
listen
of
what she
the
said.
prayer point. So
listen what she said, that everything that her husband is to her at that moment, is everything that she wanted in her husband. That's what she's saying.
I'm religious, so spiritually, mentally, for me, I pray about my husband, the kind of man I wanted to marry. I wrote down everything I wanted in my husband. So I made it part of a prayer point. So I'm religious, so I don't know about you. Whatever you believe in, hold it. Okay. So I prayed. I was intentional about the kind of man I wanted. I told God the kind of man I wanted. I wrote it down. So whenever I'm praying, I put it in prayers. Okay. So I was ready mentally, physically, spiritually. So yes, you have to pray. It's not an easy thing. It's a spiritual warfare. You have to really pray about that. So that was what I did. I was intentional about the kind of man I wanted, and God did it the way I wanted it. Guys, if you're single, looking for
Well, exactly, Leah. Oh, young Rias, that is such a beautiful thing, you know. Definitely always be yourself, and you will definitely find the perfect person for you. And nobody is perfect, but with that I mean that you guys will accept each other with the good and the bad things. You understand? So one thing I can tell you, being in a 15 years relationship is not that long, but accept your, always be yourself, so that the person can love you as the person you are. You understand? There's no such perfect relationship or marriage at all. Never. It's never perfect, but it will definitely make it a little bit more easy and a little bit more comfortable for accepting each other their flaws. You understand what I mean? By accepting each other their flaws instead of trying to fix the flaws, you know, that petty little flaws, it will make it more easier to love and go through life with this person, because you are not living and being with this person to fix him, but you are being with this person to have a life with each other. You guys are living. You guys are not living to fix each other. You guys are, you know, always trying to lift each other up and improve each other in some areas, for sure, but it will not be by force because I want my husband or my wife to be in this type of way. You understand what I mean? So always, I'm telling you guys, for real, the best thing you can do is the little small pettiness about your wife or your husband, just accept it and let it go. You know, if your husband loves football, let him love his football. If your wife don't like to cook, just be the person that loves to cook in the house, or find a different solution for the cooking. You know, always find a solution. Don't make those small things a problem, because those problems, you know, it will bring stress in the house. It will bring a type of things in the house. So I'm telling you, don't make small pettiness. If your husband like to game, let him game. Let him game. Just come to a compromise that, you know, maybe on Saturday, please, just skip it, you know, or anything. But if he likes to game, let him game. If your husband has something that he do and it really irritates you, like example, your husband like to throw his dirty shirt every time in the bathroom and leave it in the bathroom, find a solution for it. Don't make it a big problem, because that is your husband. You understand what I mean? I'm just saying, people.
go looking for a partner, please go to Art Fairies. So I was intentional about the kind of man I wanted to marry, and God did it the way I wanted it. And you have to have
So
faith.
she's saying that God did it the way she wanted, to bring Stephen, that man that she have divorced, guys. She's declaring right now that God have sent the man for her, but she had divorced the man in 1 year and 2 months.
You don't have to doubt it. Even if it's not happening the time you wanted it, just keep having faith, keep believing, never stop praying, never stop praying. Even the relationship you're in, never stop praying. Before you go even into a relationship, always pray about it. So when it comes to relationship and love and marriage, it has everything to do with prayer. You have to always pray. There's one important thing we shouldn't forget. don't go into any relationship or marriage with the
Look at
expectation that everything will be perfect, because that's totally wrong. Yeah, I remember I said something like that earlier. Nobody is perfect. Everybody is a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. The next person is a work in progress. Like I said earlier, we all learn on the journey. We all learn on the journey. We're all imperfect in our ways. Working together to find the way out is important. That's right, that's true. But you can't use not being perfect, can't be used as an excuse. No, that's not an excuse. That statement is it meant something else. It meant something else. Like what we said earlier, if somebody keeps doing a particular thing, it's no more a mistake or anything, it's an intentional act. Thank you, Kalana. Let me pin Art Fairies here. Guys, visit Art Fairies for your love related issues. If you're single, you're ready to
So she's making advertises for the dating app again, guys. The same dating app that Steven was the founder of the dating app. She is making advertise. She's doing advertise right now for it. And the thing is that under this live, you cannot see the chat. So the chat was is not, you cannot see the chat. Yeah, because maybe she took something out or anything, so the chat you cannot see it. But she's talking, the person of the Heart Fairy is talking right now in the chat with the people, and that Heart Fairy is the dating app. Is the dating app, guys. Now even, oh god, hold on. Even under the comments, there is no comments of the dating app also. I think, I don't know. I think it's the husband that was talking to the people in the chat. I don't know, because if the thing is saying that he is the founder of the dating app, yeah, then, or it was somebody that represents the dating app also. Maybe he is doing the dating app with somebody else, or he himself was the person talking to the people and promoting the dating app of what was the name of the dating app again? Heart Fairies and all of that. Heart Fairies match, guys. Heart Fairies match.
now. Please go to Art Fairies. They do matchmaking and they have a dating site. They matchmake.
Oh my God.
If you don't want to be.
Yes, and I wish he was here too. I wish you guys were here, because, you know, it's nice. I see some people that live around this area that are pulling their tables out, their chairs. Some of them are jumping in the water. There was one guy, he just jumped in the water, swim to the whole other side, you know. And I think this year, I told my family already that there is a particular part here that people jump in the water. And I see that this side, they jump in the water. So maybe we can do this over here. But it has to be hot. It has to be very, very hot that day. I see some people are jumping. Let me show you guys. I think maybe I will take my family to this side, because I want to jump in this water too. I want to jump in. There's one part here they're jumping in the water, and if you turn on this side, they're jumping in this water too. I'm literally sitting on the edge of the water here. I'm sitting here, and it's so relaxing. It's so relaxing. I'm telling you, if I had a pillow, I would have, laid back my head a little bit and just relax. Sometimes you need to take time for yourself, guys. I'm doing this just because, I'm I'm doing the live streaming outside, because, some people, I'm just triggering some people with my live stream outside, but I'm liking it. I'm starting to love this live streaming outside, people. I'm that serious. Yes, it's so relaxing. And this type of places, if you finish doing what you have to do, you want to be by yourself, relax. Sometimes you need to take some time for yourself, be away from your family, just wooza, relax, and just be on your own. Think about things that you can do, you want to do, focus, you understand what I mean? So sometimes you have to take some who's at times and sometimes for yourself. But I'm on the edge of the water here, and we're almost done. We're almost done. How deep is the water? Oh, that I don't know. I don't know. Thank you so much, Leah. We're almost done. We're almost done. Let's see what Flavor has to say. Itutq have jumped off the penal already. Am I through her voice? The penal. Let's continue.
Side. They match make. If you don't want to be on the site, they actually match make too. So they do matchmaking and they have a dating site.
Listen
so
what
you
she
get
said.
inside.
Listen.
They match make. If you don't want to be on the site, they actually match make too. So they do matchmaking.
So they also do matchmaking. That means she's advertising right now that this dating company, the founder of it is her husband, yeah, her ex-husband right now. You can also approach them because they will also like look at this dog, guys. Look at this dog. Look at this dog. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the dog. Eee. Eee. This is how. You see the dog? So guys, so she was saying that they also do like making. If you don't want to register on the app, guys, you can contact them and they will do like personal matchmaking too. That is what she was saying.
They actually matchmake too. So they do matchmaking and they have a dating site. So you can go. Their site is for people who are serious and ready to settle down. It's not for just dating sake. I dated say it all the time. No, you can't be doing something obviously wrong over and over again and say because we are not perfect. That's an intentional act. We already talked about that earlier.
Oh, you cannot swim, Anaya? Oh, don't worry. I will put that suit for you on. You will just stay on top of the water. Guys, give me 1 second. I don't know, my connection is falling out. We're back. We're back. Waiting for it because my connection fell out, so it's gonna stop. But you know they have adult classes for swimming. So if you cannot swim, you know, you can check for adult classes and you still learn how to swim, guys. Because I know maybe when you go on vacation, you definitely want to learn how to, you know, you definitely want to swim when you're on vacation and all of that. If I go on vacation, oh my God, and if there is a pool, oh Lord, I have to swim. I need to be jumping in that water. Are you kidding me? Lord have mercy. Why are you being so annoying? Let me see what's going on with my connection. Yeah, they have adult swimming, so you definitely can check that one out, you know, because you really. Oh, did you finish with your meeting, Ibru? No. You finished with your meeting? Hold on, my people. Oh, why is this doing crazy? Hold on. What is this? Did my Wi-Fi just fell all the way out? Hold on, people. Hold on. Okay, reconnect. We're back. We are back. Okay, I think I'm connected back. Not the Wi-Fi. We call it Wi-Fi. We call it Wi-Fi. What you guys call it? Wi-Fi? You guys call it Wi-Fi, I think. We call it Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi. Oh, you guys say Wi-Fi, isn't it? Yeah. We call it Wi-Fi. Like even Timo, it is something. Aldi, the supermarket Aldi, we say Aldi. We call it Aldi. You guys have a different name for it. We call it Aldi. Then you have a different something else. Okay. What else? Lidl. The supermarket Lidl. We say Lidl. How do you guys call it? We call, you guys know the clothing shop. What is the name of that clothing mark? HM. We call it H&M. H&M. You guys call it HM. Why is my Wi-Fi connection falling out? Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back. Yeah? We call it... This thing want to act right now? Not now. It's almost done. What else you have? We call it... What else you guys have in America that we have different name for? We say Coca-Cola. It's the same. You guys say Coca-Cola. Pepsi, cornflakes. I think all of those things we have the same way. But there were some few things that you guys have a different way. Oh, IKEA. You guys have a different way to say IKEA. We say IKEA. You guys have a different way of saying it. IKEA also. Okay, let's continue.
If you don't want to be on the site, they actually matchmake too. So they do matchmaking and they have a dating site. So you can go. Their site is for people who are serious and ready to settle down.
Yes, we say IKEA. We call it IKEA.
Not for just dating sake.
Oh, this one also, Adidas. We say Adidas. But you guys have a different way of saying Adidas. But we say Adidas.
I dated say it all the time. No, you can't be doing something obviously wrong over and over again and say because we are not perfect. That's an intentional act. We already talked about that earlier.
Really? Did my Wi-Fi fell out again? Okay, we're gonna use another option because this is not working. Yeah, we say IKEA. I know you guys say something else. Okay, Lord have mercy. Why you wanna be annoying? This thing was playing the whole time with no problem. Now this thing wanna act up. All the way. That's so funny. Hold on, wait a minute. Where is it? Lord. Are we not gonna listen to the last part? Oh, here it is. I have it. Here it is. Let me go to the last part. Okay, here we go.
Excuse.
Okay.
No, that's not an excuse. That statement is it meant something else. It meant something else. Like what we said earlier, if somebody keeps doing a particular thing, it's no more a mistake or anything.
It's 5:40 p.m. right now over here.
Act. Thank you, Kalana. Let me pin at Ferries here. Guys, visit at Ferries for your love-related issues. If you're single, you're ready to settle down, please go to Art Fairies. They do matchmaking and they have a dating site. They matchmake. If you don't want to be on the site, they actually matchmake too. So they do matchmaking and they have a dating site. So you can go. Their site is for people who are serious and ready.
You guys hear that? So she is talking about the dating app.
Down. It's not for just dating sake. I dated say it all the time. No, you can't be doing something obviously wrong over and over again and say because we are not perfect. That's an intentional act. We already talked about that earlier. It's an intentional act. If personally, I feel like if someone makes a particular mistake, like once, twice, the third time, the same thing, I feel like it's an intentional act. It's no more a mistake, or it's no more. You can't keep saying feeling sorry for the same thing over and over and over again. So I just feel like the person was just using that as an excuse to keep hurting you. If you're not happy in it, then you just have to find your own peace. We are open to universal singles too, no matter where you are. We'll help you find a good Nigerian man. Yes, yes, yes. Please link them up, Heart Fairies. We have a lot of
Ahora, Brianna Love, welcome. Okay, it's in the morning for you guys. Hope you guys we're drinking your coffee and tea and having your, your breakfast.
reviews on them. So they are big on matchmaking. So you can chat them up if you're interested, no matter where you are in the world.
Wherever, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. So as you guys could hear, she was doing big advertism for this matchmaking app that was the founder of her ex-husband.
No one is perfect. Simply means you both have to work together to make your relationship work. Yeah. As long as there's no violence involved, as long as there's no violence, and you have to look at the things, like you have to weigh a lot of things. The person's weakness. What are his weakness? What are his strengths? You have to look at it. Is it that the weakness are way more than the strengths? You have to look at those things too and see how you can balance it and see how you can help each other. Because you're not perfect to him too. Saying no one is perfect shouldn't be used to hurt others. Exactly what I said earlier. So open your heart to love, open your heart to relationship, genuine love. Sis, I agree. And he didn't show respect regarding my relationship with God. I told him I desire a man that has a lifestyle of being a Christian. My darling, just make sure whatever decisions you're taking, it makes you happy. That's just the most important thing. Make sure that whatever decision you're making makes you happy, because at the end of the day, I advise you, I'm not in the relationship. I don't know what you're going through. We can only say a little of what we know or what we think, right? But you are in it. You are the one in the relationship. You're the one that knows where it hurts. You're the one wearing the shoes, so you know where it hurts. So you would know how to make your necessary adjustment. You weigh all your options of how you want to be treated, and if you're doing your best too, you have to look at it too, because sometimes the mistakes we make is we just want everything to be done for us. We don't even put the effort. Some people just want to be treated. Some people just want to be treated in a certain way. And like Q said earlier, she's treating you good. She expects to be treated good too. So now, ladies especially are guilty of this. Women, we just want a lot from men and we don't even give half of it. That's just the truth. That's the bitter truth. So it's very few women that give a lot, give as much as what they desire. So you desire love, you desire this, you desire that. You have to give.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to explain. That sometimes you have so much desire that you are lacking to see what your husband is doing for you that is much better for you. You understand what I mean? Because we desire this, we desire that, and then when they are not doing it, we're gonna tell them and ask them to do that for us. No, I'm telling you, stop desiring too much and just love your husband. And just love your husband the way, or your wife the way she is. You understand what I mean? Stop with the too much I desire. That is the thing. You're desiring too much. And maybe the husband is not like that.
Give that too.
Maybe
you have to give.
Maybe I fell in love with somebody that can fill all your desire needs. Do you understand what I mean? Is that going to be the downfall of the marriage? You understand? While if I give an example, you have an husband that provides for you. You know, he pay for the bills, he pay for everything. He's so good to you. He's loving you. You are very happy in all that area. Now, this is a question to all the ladies. You don't need to put it in the chat, but just think about it. You understand what I mean? And this is definitely not my situation. I'm just giving an example. Yeah, I'm just giving an example. What would you do? You have a husband that pay the bills, treat you like a queen, cook sometimes. You don't even have to do much in the house. He's the wonderful husband. Let me tell you, there's nothing can top him off in this world. You understand? But there's one thing about him, and this particular thing is definitely something that is very important in a marriage, but his lack of it. Can you imagine that your husband doesn't have a big cassava? So he doesn't have that, he has a small cassava, let's say a small one. A small, you guys already know, a small weenie peenie, a small eggplant, a small banana, a small, okay, you guys know what I mean. So can you guys imagine that your husband have a small under there? What would you do? Would you end up the marriage because your husband have a small weenie peenie? And listen, listen. This is not my situation, okay? This is definitely not my situation. But I'm asking you guys, would you leave your husband because of that? Now, if you want my honest opinion, if everything is good, he's such a good husband, he's the wonderful husband, and the only thing is the problem is that situation down there, we will make it work. Girl, I'm sorry, but we will make it work. We will make it work. We will be creative. I'm telling you people, I'm sorry, but we will be creative, my people. It's called for play and loving your man. What do you mean with that, for play? I will make it work. I'm sorry, guys, but you guys starting to understand what I'm saying? That, you know, those small, it's not, I'm not gonna say it's a small situation, but those type of situation can also come into your life, that you have a wonderful husband, a wonderful boyfriend, but the particular situation down there is not there. What are you going to do? Are you gonna end the whole marriage, end the relationship because of that? Yeah, while you are happy in your marriage, you have found the man of your life, the love of your life. He has, and to top it off, he has a good job and all of that. No, 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 no. He is a great father. Oh, hell to the no. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. We're bringing, I'm telling you, I will be following all of True Hurt's her a podcast right now about this situation. I will be taking all the advice of it all. I think I will bring all the toys out. There's something we need to do, but it will definitely will not be a reason that I will end up my marriage. Yeah, exactly, MZET. You know, be creative. Yes, we need to be creative. Yeah, yeah, because we have a good husband in our hands, and because of that situation, you know, we're gonna end up all of it. No. So let's finish hearing what Madame have to say.
That so you have to give a level of some the way you want to be treated. Are you doing that? Then if you're doing that to the person and they're not still appreciating, then you have every right to make decisions that you want to make. But not when you're just at the receiving end. You just want everything you want. You're not even making any effort to even think about what this person wants, because sometimes we don't even think about what our partner wants. If this person is actually really happy, we're just focused on ourselves. So please make sure that you do the things that you are supposed to do at your own end, then you can make your own decisions. concerning your relationship. Your peace is very important. If you feel strongly that the person doesn't listen or keep doing things to hurt you, then you need to make a decision that will give you peace. Exactly. Peace of mind is the most important thing. Peace of mind. Like, peace of mind cannot be traded with anything. Peace of mind is very, very important. If you're not at peace with yourself, if you're not happy, you won't be able to function properly. So you really need your peace of mind. You need to secure it. You need to make sure that you're happy in whatever it is you're doing. You're not supposed to be in a relationship where you're sad all through. Yes, relationship has ups and downs, but not when the downs are way more than the ups.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that I have to say. I have to say about that. That sometimes when you start in a relationship, it always starts very good. Let me tell you, it you guys cannot stop seeing each other. You guys will be on the phone 24/7. You will be kissing, hugging each other. And then in that and the more you guys go into the relationship, you're gonna see that you're gonna to start to notice each other and realizing each other, who each other is. You understand? And there will come some moments that the relationship will struggle a little bit, and that is when
It's supposed to be the up.
and that is when you're gonna find out if this person is for you. That is when you pass the 2 years, 3 year, 4 year, and all of that. But if you pass that 4 year, 5 year, and you go to 6, 7 years, then you started to know that, okay, this is it, this is the relationship. You understand what I mean? While there are some relationships, they end up at 20 years or 30 years of marriage or relationship together. Why? Because they were not even happy at the 4 or 5 years, but they try to make it work. No, if you are in a relationship and you try to make it work by force, and I'm talking about force, just because of children, just because of this, just because of that, then it will not last. One day will come that it will end. You understand what I mean? You don't make it work by force. Understand? When you make things work by force, it will not last.
Part of the relationship is supposed to encourage you to keep going in the relationship. But when you have little or no memory of good things in the relationship, then there's no relationship. If you don't have any good memory to hold on to, there's no relationship. If all the memory you have is just you putting in the effort, then there's a problem. Both parties are supposed to put effort to make it work. But once it's from one person, sometimes I just believe that you're the only one in the relationship. So you have to check that relationship again, because you might be the one dating yourself at the end of the day. The person is not dating you, because you guys are not working together as a team. You're supposed to work together as a team. You're supposed to be the strongest team together, not one person putting the effort. So guys, the take home today is open your heart to love. There's always love out there. There's always a good man out there. There's always a good woman out there. Don't close the door to love. Love is a beautiful thing. And no matter how much you've been hurt, trust me, there's somebody somewhere God has ordained for you. I believe there's a man for every woman, and there's a woman for every man. So your man is somewhere waiting for you. The same way your woman is somewhere waiting for you. It's just for you to pray and let God bring you people together. No matter when God has ordained something, no matter the kilometers, let it be 10,000 miles away, let it be 20,000 miles away, God will connect you guys one way or the other.
So the question still remains, Flavor, what happened between you and your husband? Because we know that you guys had, a long distance situation going on. But what in the mighty name of Jesus has happened that you have come to the extent for a divorce? That is the question. Because you can come with podcasts, you can come with videos, you can come with all type of things, to talk about love and talk about how wonderful you met the love of your life and all of that. But you don't dare to come out and warn the women about, you know, the danger of opening yourself for love, the way you and your sister-in-law like to open yourself for love. What are the things that, you know, those women that you are advising to open themselves for love? What are those things that they need to be aware of? I would love for you guys, like you guys did this video, like no, not this video, you guys came live and talk about how great you guys have met the love of your life. I want you guys to also, you know, to warn those same women what they need to watch out for, so they don't get in a marriage and divorce in 1 year and 2 months. I'm just saying.
God will connect you guys one way or the other. So never think that your husband or your spouse must be in your streets. It might be 7,500 miles away from you, you know. So open up your heart, be open to find love. Now technology has made it easy for us. We can be on our phone and find love, true, genuine love. Yeah. I'm going to tell you guys my story one day. Okay?
She says she's going to tell us her story one day. Well, that story will never come. I can tell you right now. That story, she will never tell it because she already divorced. She already divorced.
On your phone and find genuine love. All right, guys. I'll see you guys some other time. Don't forget, follow Heart Fairies.
And then she said on the
So, guys, you're welcome.
And then finally she said, don't forget to follow the dating app, Heart Fairies. She promotes, again, on a high level, she promotes the channel. Guys, I think the football is about to start. Holland is about to play, I think so. This football got people on their feet, on their boom boom, on their everything, guys. But we came to the ending of the live also. And I want to thank you guys so much for being here before I forget. But also, I want to, you know, warn you guys about this people coming on YouTube and try to fool people in their face and all of that. And on the end of the day, they will never come on this YouTube street and explain, you know, the shakara that went down that got them, you know, divorced and all of that. The same way they're coming out and say that how in love they are, how to open your heart for love, how to pray and keep on praying to find the husband of your life and all of that. And when they supposedly think that they have found it, yeah, they have even said, like Fayvoor is saying right now, God have sent me that man that I wanted. You didn't even fight for it, in my opinion, because I don't know what have happened, but you know, you didn't even fight for it. You have let it go very, very quick. So I think something very bad must have happened, because if it was minor, you would have fight for it. You would have do something, you know, to fix it, or to find any consult people to talk to you, people, or any family consult, any family consult, you know, somebody to talk to you, people, you know, to fix or to help the city. It cannot never be fixed, but at least to bring an understanding in your marriage and all of that. But you didn't do none of those things. You went strictly directly to divorce. So what have happened to have bring you to that extent of getting divorced already? Yeah, and while you're sitting 1 year ago talking about how you found the love of your life and all of that, but you will not dare to come out here on this YouTube street and tell everybody what to beware of, what to be careful, you know, when you opening your heart, because you're literally telling these women, all those young girls on this YouTube street, open your heart, don't be afraid to fall in love and all of that, but you're not giving them also the warning signs. You understand what I mean? You need to give them the warning signs. I will never come here and tell you, oh, Amsterdam is a lovely place to live. It's a beautiful place. Oh, but I will give you the bad parts too. I will give you both parts of the story. I will not give you only one side. But these people like to come and give only one side of the whole situation. But anyway, like it's with Q also. Oh, I married my husband, my man of my life, my man of my life. But she will never come and explain what kind of situation she is going through with bringing her husband to America and all of that. She will never come explain those things. No. And it's in her total right. She can do whatever she wants. But why you guys like to come here and only talk about the good things? Huh? trying to deceive women to come to Africa, come and marry one of those men. Why you yourself, you are going through things, but you're not telling those women that when you marry one of those men, this and this and this and this and this and this and that, you have to go through. This is what I'm going through. So be prepared of yourself that you will find maybe a good man that will love you, but no, there is some suffering behind it. Be honest to your people, oh. You people let me shut up, you. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for being here and supporting. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Don't forget, if you didn't thumbs up the live, please thumbs up the live when you go out of the live and all of that. And I see you guys on the YouTube street. Till next time, don't forget to put your bell on, because I will be dropping some videos and all of that. Check out my other channels also. Yeah, check out my Afrisil when I'm praising and worshiping my God and all of that, because I'm telling you, this is all by God's power. I'm not doing it by myself, but also by God's power. Yes, I'm telling you, people. And by God's strength, I'm telling you. And also my other channel, my vlog channel, Don't Push It. Yes, my vlog channel. You definitely can get to know me a little bit more and all of that. And I post some little vlogs and things that, you know, that I would love to, that I like to post and all of that. I think I have also posted things with my children and all of that. So, and also my vacations that I take by myself. Yes, with my friends. Yes, and my husband and my children, they really support me when I go, you know, on my vacations. Yes, yes. So, you know, whatever works for you and your family, be content with it. That is your life. Yeah. I'm telling you, all the glory to God. All I give. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can shut me. Nobody can make mockery of me singing for my God. I'm telling you, on a high level. They tried to shut me, but they couldn't. And now they're mad. They are mad. I'm telling you. But thank you guys so much for being here till the next reporting on Sylismukbang. And like I always say, thank you so much, True. And I see you on the YouTube street. And I don't know if you're going to go live today. And what is your topic for today? What is your topic for today if you're going to go live today? Oh, yes, I know. I hear you today on Money Boy. I hear you today on Money Boy. Yes, True Hers is going to talk about the podcast. Yes, I think you're going to talk about the podcast that It Was Q and Chelsea did. That is the one you're going to do. She's healing. Yes, she's healing. Yes, you're going to talk about that. Yeah. So Through Her is going to do the commentary, and check her channel out, guys. Oh, Nini. Oh, I'm sorry, sis. If you can do a small replay, just do a small replay. And I hope you're going to do it just a little bit, you know, the beginning and a little bit in between. Especially the beginning is also a little bit interesting. Yes. So guys, check out True Hurts later on today, and check out my community tab, guys, because I'm definitely sharing a lot of channels out, and you guys can definitely get connected to the people that I support, the Stay Gang and the Sippers, and other channels also that is not connected to the Stay Gangs and the Sippers. So there are other channels also, you know, that you guys can definitely check out also. And you guys can see different content. Everybody's doing different content and all of that. Some do music, some do you know, food, and some do mukbang. So there's a variety also in the Stay Gang and also in the Sippers community. There are a lot of channels. They do family, like Reina, Positive Reina is doing the family channel. That is so interesting, because now I'm following like American families, how they do their things. And I'm telling you, black people are black people everywhere. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, you know, that day when she was sitting and having those questions with the whole family, I'm telling you, black people are black people everywhere. I can guarantee you that, because the questions were exactly what those black people do over here too. They will come at your party, yeah. They will come with their hands and their feet and they will eat all your food, or they will come with empty bucket and start packing their food to take away. It's the same thing that they will do here in Europe too. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So that was also funny to hear the questions and the answer, because some of them I was like, yes, yes, no, you're not invited. If you invite one person, that person will come with 3 people. You don't even know them. I'm telling you, that is in Europe is the same problem. I'm telling you. Oh no, work is important. The work goes first. Yes, Nini, work goes first. Yeah, YouTube is third, fourth place. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Yeah, work is important. That is the most important thing, and your life and your health. Yeah, and then comes YouTube. Your family is important. Yeah, your peace is important, and then comes YouTube. So, don't worry about that. So guys, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all the support you guys are giving me. Shout out to my members also for being in the chat. If you're not a member, be a member. I'm dropping a lot of exclusive videos for the members on my channel. So definitely become a member. It's very cheap. It's not that expensive. But a lot of the videos that I'm dropping as a members, there's some reasons why I drop it as a member and not as a video, because somehow a little bit we need to respect other people, their content, and especially if they have deleted it. Maybe they don't want to keep it on their channel, but for the members it's very interesting because sometimes you have missed it, but then you can catch it up on Sylismukbang. I'm just saying, people. So guys, and some of them, they are interesting because they don't want to keep them on their channel. They don't want the whole world to hear it. So it's on my member. Yes. So guys, and also thank you for the mods in the chats, for moderating the chat. Thank you so much. Until the next reporting or reviewing commentary on Sylismukbang. Now guys, like I always say, God bless everybody, stay blessed everybody, and you know it. Ahora, Sylis in the building. Bye guys. Doo-doo. Okay, yeah, here we go.